The entire week is just a build-up to Friday because Friday night is game time, because Friday night is football night. And now you're a part of the experience with Lane & Associates Friday Night Rivals presented by My Computer Career. You're only seconds away from tonight's matchup.
Garner takes on Holly Springs.
Get ready for the hits, the big plays, and all the action. This is Friday Night Rivals.
One of the longest regular seasons in North Carolina history ends tonight, and it very well could end with history. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry presents Friday Night Rivals. It's the South Wake Athletic Conference finale featuring the perennial powerhouse Garner Trojans against the Holly Springs Golden Hawks. Hi once again, everybody, and welcome to Holly Springs. Patrick Keene is standing alongside former ECU standout Jay Sohnhalter. And Jay, it's been a long and grueling 2018 regular season. 2 hurricanes forcing postponements, delays, reschedules, but now it's the game of the year inside the SWAC. And Holly Springs has never won a conference championship in its 12 years of existence. A win tonight, they accomplished just that.
Yeah, all their goals are in front of them, and this game is huge, especially having home field advantage. Last game of the season, they've had a great run here with that schedule. It's been tough for both sides, but Garner too. This is a huge game for them. Could possibly be a 3-way tie for the conference if they win the game.
All right, a lot of stars to watch, a lot of talent on the field. And who are some of the players that fans should keep their eyes on tonight, Jay?
Well, Nolan McLean, the Garner quarterback, one of the best quarterbacks in the state, only a junior. He's a star baseball player and quarterback. And just watching him in warm-ups, you can see his arm strength. He's a big, strong kid, sturdy in the pocket, but he's really got a rifle on him, dishing the ball down the field. And then Derek Combs for Holly Springs, over 1,000 yards on the season. He's outstanding, and he has to have a big game, especially here, the wet field conditions, running the ball to establish the line of scrimmage and help out the Hawks in the passing game.
What a big moment it is for Holly Springs tonight. Garner, very short week. They lost on Monday, so 3 days later, they're back on the field. But Holly Springs trying to win the conference for the first time in school history. More on the big rivalry and the obstacles standing before them. Third member of our broadcast crew, Aaron Summers, with the big moment for Holly Springs. Aaron?
Holly Springs head coach Robert Firth told me that while they feel good at 4-0 in conference play, they know that Garner will be their toughest opponent yet. The Trojans have a very well-respected program, and this year they're fast with an extremely well-balanced offense. For Garner to win tonight, they need to make sure that they establish their pass game and they win the line of scrimmage. For Holly Springs, who are looking for that SWAC title, they need to make sure that they control the football and they don't give up any big plays. Coming up next, it's a kickoff between Holly Springs and Garner on MyRDC.
I'm a student athlete, which means I'm still learning.
I'm still growing.
I'm getting important lessons about perseverance, teamwork,
determination, respect, and dedication through playing sports at my school.
Mom, Dad, Coach, in a few years,
I'll probably forget a lot of the details, but I won't forget the lessons I learned
from the way you act towards my teammates,
coaches, referees, and other fans.
What kind of lesson do you want me to learn? I'm watching.
Sportsmanship, together we make the right call.
This message has been brought to you by the North Carolina High School Athletic Association.
It hasn't always been easy, has it? There have been days when you doubted yourself and days when you were ready to quit, but you didn't, because you had the courage to venture into something powerful, education. If I leave you with just 3 words of advice, never stop growing.
Attention oxygen therapy users. If you've been chained to an oxygen tank, then you know they're a burden. Tanks keep you from living the life you love.
I was on oxygen tanks and I couldn't go anywhere, do much of anything. I didn't dare go far.
It's time to reclaim your independence with an Inogen One oxygen concentrator. Inogen makes its own oxygen from the air around you, so you'll never worry about running out of oxygen again.
I wasn't going to run out of oxygen ever, and it was like freedom. I got my life back. I really love my Inogen.
The Inogen One G4 is lightweight and compact. Plus, it's battery operated, so you can have oxygen anytime, anywhere.
Oh, do I think Inogen is worth the money? You better believe it's worth every single penny of it.
Call now for your free information kit. There's no obligation. Inogen. Oxygen anytime, anywhere.
Call 1-800-625-6211. That's 1-800-625-6211. Call now for your free information kit.
The doors swung open at Holly Springs High School back in 2006. Their first graduating class was 2 years later. Tonight, for the first time in school history, they play for an outright conference championship. Welcome to Friday Night Rivals, presented by Lane & Associates and My Computer Career. Patrick Keenis, Jay Sohnhalter, and Aaron Summers with you. We'll go right to midfield for tonight's United States Marine Corps coin toss. The few, the proud, the Marines. Contact your local recruiter today. Toss was won by Holly Springs. In the black and gold, they will receive the Garner Trojans, 1987 state champion. 4 of the last years they played for a regional championship. Quite the history that the Trojans have. And now inside the same SWAC conference with Holly Springs, a win by Garner forces a 3-way tie for the conference, an outright win by Holly Springs, and they are undefeated and will have their first championship. And on the return, excellent field position for the Golden Hawks out to about the 43-yard line. That's where this drive will begin for Holly Springs at 6-4, 4-0 in the SWAC. And they are led onto the field by their junior quarterback, Bo Sowers. And we'll take a look at the starting lineup presented by My Computer Career.
Well, it's Sowers and Derek Combs in the backfield. Those two guys are going to have big games today, but also offensive line protection up front is going to be important against a strong Garner defensive line.
And if you're not happy with your current job in as little as 4 months, you could start an information technology career. Visit mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. Sowers, the senior, rolling out, flushed out of the pocket, and he's right on target near midfield, out to about the 47-yard line, but evidently caught out of bounds, incomplete. Kyle Morgan, the target on the right sideline, as we get a look at the Garner starting defense for the 6-4 Trojans. 3-1 inside the league.
Brian Cooley, number 88, the defensive end, was the one on that last play that forced Sowers out of the pocket. This defensive line is good. They're big and they're athletic.
And give it up around 19 points a game. 2nd and 10 for Holly Springs on a 52-degree cool and misty night on the campus of Holly Springs. Sowers on the option, pitch to the right side. And that's Austin Wiegers to the right and driven back by a stout defensive line by the Garner Trojans. Colin Finney, number 7, along with Davion Carrington, number 3. We'll see him all over the field tonight for the Trojans, 3rd and long.
It was an option here, and Carrington, he's the one that forced the ball back inside, and then look at the hustle of the Trojans going over there, nowhere to run. And this defense, they're athletic, Patrick. They're very disciplined staying in their gaps.
And they're coming off of a very short week, a 13-point loss against Middle Creek back on Monday, their first conference loss. And Garner with a win would force a 3-way tie and then basically drawing out of a hat for seeding purposes for the playoffs. 3rd and 13. And straight up the middle and nothing there. The Garner Trojan offense slows down Derek Combs and the Golden Hawks on the initial possession of the game, and they will force the 3 and out.
Well, that's just the case right there. Combs, nowhere to go, and he's rushed for over 1,000 yards, but we'll see here the offensive line just got pushed back, and then this defensive line, linebackers filled the gaps. And after a great start on special teams, Holly Springs not able to take advantage of it.
And a look at Braden Whitman, number 7, as penalty markers come in. Twin safeties are back for Garner. And we talked with Garner 60-year head coach Thurman Leach before the game tonight as we get a look at our lead referee tonight, Rich Milner, making the illegal substitution call. And they will mark this off against Garner, but it was 4th and 13 anyways. The punt team will stay on the field. He said, we still have a lot of things to clean up. It's been a short week. They had a day off. They feel like they've at least scouted and prepared pretty well for the Golden Hawks tonight, but they're beginning to play their best football of the year despite what happened on Monday.
Yeah, they felt positive about it, and this week's preparation, even though it was a short week, he was pleased with how they practiced.
And a spinning punt, returnable from the 23-yard line, speeding through. There goes Carrington off the left side, loses the football out near midfield, and the Holly Springs Golden Hawks recover. Kyle Morgan on the recovery. It spit out of the arms of Carrington, and a turnover on Garner's first touch on special teams.
Carrington's speed running up the sideline. He hit it into an extra gear, but David Ortega, number 80, slid his right hand in there, knocking the ball out. The ball security, Carrington kind of hanging it out there. He got his arm there, swiped it away. Now Holly Springs getting a second chance here.
Well, so now we'll set up this Holly Springs offense. Bo Sowers, the senior quarterback, doesn't throw a lot. 8 touchdowns, 6 picks. Derek Holmes, the backfield, averaging almost 7 yards a carry. He wears number 6. And Austin Wiegers, he'll be all over the field for this Golden Hawk offense. And here we go on first down, looking to throw. Sowers under pressure and thrown back for a huge loss. Michael Avery flew in fifth gear for a big sack on first down.
Well, he beat 2 men. We'll see him right here coming off the defensive line. Beat the first guy, and then Combs coming over in pass protection, not able to slide over there. And Sowers, as soon as he looked up, fell right in his lap. And this defensive line again taking over, not because of only power, but speed and quickness, getting off the ball and then using their arms to get in the backfield.
11-yard loss on the sack, 2nd and 21. Sowers had no time. Fortunate he didn't lose the football here. Sowers out of the gun. Back split left and right. And he will hand it off through the middle. Big room, right through the middle, into Garner territory, tumbling down just outside the 30-yard line. Combs, the big pickup on 2nd and 21. He picks up 29 for a first down.
And Combs only a sophomore. Look at the power right there, running through the arm tackle, and then the speed, the stiff arm. And he's a big power back, but also his vision, waiting for the line to block, waiting for the hole to develop, and then attacking it.
Blue Cross Blue Shield first down, brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of North Carolina. Be bold, be confident, live fearless, North Carolina. First down, Holly Springs, 32-yard line in Trojan territory. Second possession already of the game as they hand off again to Combs. Trying the left side, Combs will take it to almost the 30-yard line.
And Patrick, you can see the talent of Combs. That offensive line can just give him a little bit of room. He's so powerful, and it's going to take more than one defender to bring him down. And they are starting to get into a little bit of a groove, giving the ball to him 2 times in a row.
Well, we are going to see some sizable underclassmen. Combs on the Golden Hawk side, and then wait until you get a look at Nolan McLean, the junior quarterback for Garner, is already about 6'3", maybe 6'4". Looking to throw. Sowers dancing around, fires to the right side, dangerous pass. It's picked off by Carrington. Carrington down the sideline, on inside the 40. And we talked about Davion Carrington being everywhere. He coughed it up on the punt return, and 3 plays later read the long, lazy pass to the long side of the field, stepped in front of it, intercepts it, and big yardage on the return.
And Carrington just broke on this ball as soon as he saw Sowers looking over there. Great job recognizing the ball was going to the long side of the field and then picking it off, making up for the mistake on the special teams play. And Carrington, we're going to see him on offense, defense, special teams all night. He's the definition of an athlete. So good when he's on the field.
And the return all the way to the Holly Springs 30-yard line. Technically the first offensive series for McLean and Garner, and they'll test the right side of that line, swinging to the outside. Derek Alston, good yardage, patient run to the wide side, and he'll pick up 11, and that should be a first down.
It seems like Garner always has a strong running back, and this year again you got Carrington, Alston, so many guys that are dangerous out of the backfield.
That's the My Computer Career starting lineup on the offensive side for Garner. It is a first down. And they are inside the 20-yard line, so inside the Wake 86 green zone after just one offensive play. Help keep Wake County litter free. 86 your trash. So Nolan McLean, outstanding quarterback prospect, hands off to Andre Henry, stays inside the tackles. Henry picks up about 3. And as good as McLean has been this year, he's likely going to surpass 2,000 yards this junior campaign. As good as he is on the gridiron, is as great as he is on the baseball field, already fielding several major offers, and baseball is probably his best sport. There's a look at the Holly Springs defense presented by My Computer Career. They will have their work cut out for them tonight. 2nd and 6. Fake the pitch across the middle through traffic and almost intercepted to the 5-yard line. by Holly Springs right off of the hands of Luca Hurst. That was a dangerous throw. He has a great arm, but there were 3 defenders in the vicinity.
Well, when you have confidence in your arm strength, sometimes you force the ball into areas you shouldn't. And you get away with that a lot of times because of that strength and your accuracy, but they're a little bit off target. McLean lucky that wasn't picked off.
Brings up the first third down of the night for the Trojans. 6-4 overall, 3-1 inside the SWAC. They won 4 of their last 5 games this season. It really resembles a mirror image of last year. Here's the handoff. Swerving to the left is Alston. Can't turn the corner and thrown down. Maybe a gain of a yard or 2, but well short. James Meehan, number 30, came in, the senior linebacker for the tackle. 4th down for Garner and the first decision for Thurman Leach.
Well, and 2 missed blocks up front, and that is just a nice play by Meehan of getting off those blocks and getting into the backfield using his hands, and Garner missed opportunity there.
And it's going to be 4th and 6, and they will keep McLean and the offense on the field. Line to reach is the 9. McLean out of the gun. Moving to the right, throws the corner of the end zone. It is caught, but is it in bounds or not? The officials will gather. Arms go up. Touchdown, Garner. Reeling it in, Spencer Stevenson, inches inside the boundary. Stevenson's 6th touchdown of the year. It comes on 4th and 6, and Garner takes the early lead.
Well, just outstanding job by Stevenson staying in bounds, but that just shows you the talent of McLean. That's an NFL-type throw, rolling out on the run, accuracy on point, and then you can see the arm strength.
McLean to Stevenson, hook up for 15 yards. Extra point is booted through, and midway through the opening quarter, Garner needs a win tonight to force a 3-way conference tie, and they're off and running. 7-0 Garner. 6:02 to play, first quarter. McLean and the Trojans strike first.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. The Center for Medicare Services has officially authorized new benefits Medicare Advantage plans may include. Plans may now include private home aids and rides to medical appointments. Most plans also include dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drug coverage. To get the benefits you deserve, call the Medicare Coverage Helpline now.
Hi, I'm Joe Namath. I called the Medicare Coverage Helpline and they instantly advised me that I wasn't getting all the benefits I deserved. They explained I could get a plan that includes dental and prescription coverage, as well as the new coverage for private home aids and rides to medical appointments. If you want to find out what you deserve, call the number on your screen now. It's free. You'll be happy you called, I guarantee it.
Call to see if you can save money and get more benefits now. Don't delay. Call now. It's free. Call 1-800-449-1832. That's 1-800-449-1832 now.
Seven 7-0 lead, Garner on top of Holly Springs. Let's go downstairs. A special guest with Aaron Sellers. Aaron?
I'm joined by Scunny Ski. If someone wanted to join the Marines, how would they find a Marine recruiter to talk to?
The best way to contact us is through www.marines.com. Fill in the information blocks, and it'll automatically send your information to a recruiter, and they'll contact you within 24 hours.
And how old does someone have to be if they're interested in joining the Marines?
The minimum age is age 17 through 28. 17 requires parental consent, and the rest will come down to medical.
Thanks.
No problem.
All right, thank you, Aaron. 7-0 lead for Garner. Off of the interception by Davion Carrington, and then a 4th down conversion for a 15-yard touchdown reception to Spencer Stevenson. And a bouncing kick is handled by Holly Springs and down right at the 30-yard line. And boy, let's go back to that 4th down play. It was 4th and 6. They kept McLean, their outstanding junior quarterback, on the field. And you're right about that rocket arm. You feel like it can make every pass. Let's check here on catch, control, and foot in bounds. Jay, what do you see?
So the ball right here, we'll say possession right there. It's close. I think he still had his right toe still on the ground when the ball was possessed.
And there's the Saltwater Seafood scoring summary brought to you by Saltwater Seafood Market and Fry Shack. Fresh seafood daily. Off the right side, Combs tumbled out across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him back at about the 34. Some pretty good yardage. And again, with Bo Sowers, their senior quarterback, that was a tough throw to ask him to make in that last possession, especially, and we talked with Thurman Leach about this before the game, when it came to Davion Carrington. He just qualifies him as a great athlete. Offense, on returns, on defense, and he can't let a ball hang across the field covering that much territory when you have a guy like Carrington chasing.
Well, and Carrington also kind of baited Sowers into throwing that ball. He was playing off coverage, and then Sowers thought he was going to have enough room to get that ball in, and then he just broke on it.
And Sowers will hand it up the middle and breaking through. Danger here. Combs inside the 30, outrunning the Garner defense. Combs takes it in from 65 yards. Touchdown, Holly Springs. 59 seconds later.
66-yard run. Combs, he's a home run threat. Look at the blocking up front. Great job on the seal block, then the stiff arm, and then look at the speed. Combs running away from the Garner defense. Again, only a sophomore. This is a talented running back, one of the top players in the state, and he's only going to get better.
And he's only going to get bigger. We've seen the strength, upper body. We've seen the speed now. Did you notice against whom he delivered that stiff arm as the extra point is knocked through to tie things up? It went against Davion Carrington, the top athlete on this Garner side. 7-7. This is going to be entertaining tonight. It's senior night, it's homecoming, it's the last game of the regular season, and a chance for Holly Springs to claim its first ever conference championship. They've run the table so far in the SWAC at 4-0. As we take a look at the Saltwater Seafood Drive summary, 59 seconds, and how about this? 65 right up the middle by Combs.
Well, and Bauman Sauls, the offensive lineman, right up the middle there, paved the way. And then Combs, if he just has a little bit of room, he's going to break these long runs. He's done it all season. And Patrick, on that first drive, nowhere to run. The offensive line getting pushed back. Things look bleak. Then the past two drives, you've seen Combs take over. It's because of the offensive line making some adjustments, misdirection plays, and setting up some blocks for Combs to run through.
Well, this is going to be a night of big electric plays as we get ready for the Lane & Associates kickoff. Brought to you by Lane & Associates Family Dentistry. We love to make you smile. And on the approach, Max Ralston will boot it away for Holly Springs. Carrington and Akeem Vaughn are back for the Trojans. And it's a low kick down the middle, fielded by one of the up men, and Stevenson, who caught that touchdown pass a moment ago, rolls onto it at about the 25-yard line.
Well, and these teams are starting to kick these balls on the ground, and if these returners can keep their feet and pick it up, there's a room to run and return these balls and really help out in field position. Jumping on that ball there, the ball's at the 24-yard line, but if they would have picked it up, they probably could have got out to at least the 35.
Now there's a look at Nolan McLean. Again, 6'3". He is just a junior, another year to go, 16 touchdowns, 6 interceptions over the course of the year, and Thurman Leach saying he can throw a ball 50, 55 yards. He said, I call him Little Ben for Ben Roethlisberger. He may get to be that size. His father is very big. And hand off to the left side. Alston will pick up about 4. That's high praise for a kid who just turned 16 years old.
Well, in Garner, they run a balanced offense. And so many times you'll see teams, they've got a great quarterback, they'll just throw the ball every play. But Garner has a system, and that's why they've been perennial powers, is because they run that system to perfection. They want to have that balance in the running game to help out McLean throwing the ball. Ball security is going to be so important here tonight. Plenty of time in the pocket to throw the ball, but then Holly Springs doing a good job being physical. When that ball's on the ground, it's dangerous. Garner lucky to jump on top of it.
Brings up 3rd and 6 for the Garner Trojans. 1987 state champion. 4 of the last 8 years, Garner has played for the regional championship. Rolling left, McLean never takes his eyes off the receiver, flings it deep and threw it all the way to the 30-yard line on the fly. But he threw it about 4 yards over the head of John Anthony Johnson. And that'll bring up 4th down for Garner. They will not go this time.
I mean, I know that's an incompletion, but that just shows you the arm strength. And I was talking to you in the pregame, just watching a couple of his throws. It was effortlessly just slinging the ball down the field. And to tell you the truth, I haven't seen an arm strength from a high school quarterback, especially a junior, like McLean has, maybe even ever. And I know that's high praise, but he's a talented quarterback.
Pressure on. Low kick does turn over, and this will get a healthy Garner bounce of about 15 or 16 yards on top of it, down at the 31-yard line. 3:29 left in a very entertaining opening quarter for the SWAC championship. Garner and Holly Springs tied at 7.
Going to the dentist. Have you seen my wallet?
If you think it's scary going to the dentist, just think how your wallet feels. Because if you don't have dental insurance, paying the bill can be really expensive. Just a simple cleaning can cost over $150. And things like root canals can cost hundreds, even thousands more. But now you can get dental insurance for about $1 a day from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. Thank you. Call us for a free information kit. We help cover over 350 procedures, everything from cleanings and fillings to crowns and dentures. Your acceptance is guaranteed for one of these insurance policies, even if you're retired or on Medicare. There are no deductibles and there's no annual maximum. Plus, you can see any dentist. So help protect your teeth and your wallet. Call us now for your free information kit with all the details.
Welcome back to Holly Springs High School on our last regular season Friday night rivals, presented by Lane & Associates Family Dentistry. In my computer career, Patrick Keenis, Jay Sohnhalter, Aaron Summers with you. A game that has already witnessed 2 turnovers and 2 huge plays, and we're barely halfway through the opening quarter. And an ankle tackle slows down Combs, but not before he picks up 13 yards.
And Garner respecting the run, putting 10 guys in the box. Now the safety's playing up a little bit too, and they're definitely trying to stop Combs before he gets to the second level. But I'll tell you, if he makes a man miss, especially in that second wave, we've already seen his speed to take it the distance.
Blue Cross Blue Shield first down for Holly Springs. Lost its first 2 games of the year. As a matter of fact, they started the year 2-4. Handoff, Combs, and met stiff resistance, maybe a loss of a yard. Rashad Anderson, number 20, was the first one on the scene for the Trojan defense.
Well, another play there, 10 guys in the box. Now, Garner, you're going to win some of those matchups. Look, nowhere to run. 2 guys, 3 guys jumping in on the tackle. But again, if Combs can get to the second level, if the offensive line can give him enough room, Garner does not have many defenders. The safety's coming up pre-snap to about 6 yards. So they're really loading it up, not trying to let him get going.
And if that continues, they are basically telling the Golden Hawks, you will beat us with Sowers and Wiegers and maybe Morgan, your top 2 wide receivers. It is a loss of a yard, 2nd and 11. And a fake to Combs, holding his Sowers, darts through the middle, and is into Trojan territory. And depending on the mark, very close to a first down. He'll be at a yard to go on 3rd down for Holly Springs.
Look at Hunter Saw's big number 78 pulling right there. Nice block, and then Sowers just waiting for that block to hit and then going through. And Sowers running the football, he's good. He's a dual threat quarterback, and they have to get production from him with the zone read tonight.
They call it short 2 on 3rd down. And you imagine Garner will throw another 9 or 10 inside the box here. Austin Wiegers have yet to call his name. He is split off to the right side. Twin receivers to the bottom of your screen, spreading things out a bit. And under center is Sowers. There goes Wiegers in motion. And a play fake on 3rd and 2. In trouble, Sowers steps up, fires down the middle, and it's blocked away at the last moment by Terrell Chance's left arm. Penalty marker, though, is down on the near sideline. And they will get together with Rich Milner, the referee. And we're seeing the signal for And an eligible receiver downfield against Holly Springs, and certainly Garner will take that penalty, even though it's going to be 4th down. If you don't, 4th and 2, Holly Springs would have gone. But this is twice now, Jay, tonight where we've seen the long passes down the field, not the zip on Sauer's arm is what we saw from McLean, and the quick athletes in the back four for Garner are really going to have potentially a field day against that.
And that secondary, they're athletic. And the defensive line for Garner, now they got in the backfield. Sauer's doing a good job manipulating the pocket, getting outside, enough time to throw the ball. But you're right, anytime you give that secondary time to read the eyes of the quarterback, they're aggressive and they're trying to break on the ball. They're trying to intercept passes. They're ball hawks back there.
All right, Veal, the slot to the left. Uyghurs to the top of the screen, now in motion, and another stoppage of play and a timeout taken by Holly Springs right before the play clock expired. So we'll keep it here with 1:24 to go in this opening quarter. 7-7 is our score. We gave you a little bit of the history of the Garner Trojans. I mean, this has been a team with such rich tapestry of history here in Triangle football. But what they've gone through this year resembles what 2017 was like. Last year they finished 9-5. They did reach the 4AA East Regional Final, but they started slowly. Same thing happened again for Thurman Leach. And we were chatting with him about that before the game here tonight. How has his team progressed in the last month and a half?
Well, and he's happy that he feels like they're peaking at the right time, even though they lost Monday night. The week of practice is good. As the playoffs get closer, this is a huge game tonight, but it's all about playing your best in November and hopefully December. And this team, when you look out in the field, great quarterback, a big team. They're physically imposing, and then on defense, very athletic. And even though the season hasn't gone necessarily the way they had hoped, this is a team that's going to be dangerous in the playoffs.
Yeah, and you talk about that history across all sports. You talk about David West in the NBA, Donald Williams, who was the Final Four and the MVP in 1993's NCAA tournament. And Anthony Barber, coach, we've seen a couple of times on Friday night on 3rd and 6. That looks like a lateral to me. It's lassoed in on the sideline by Uyghurs and down the right side. 1st down yardage, and they will mark Uyghurs out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
Uyghurs' 15th catch on the season. We'll see Sauers here getting out of the pocket. And he did just wait till the last minute. That was Carrington coming over, putting the hit on him. But Uyghurs just staying out there, staying patient. A big play in the passing game.
So they mark it inside the 30-yard line. A Blue Cross Blue Shield 1st down. Be bold, be confident, live fearless, North Carolina. 7-7 tie, 1:06 and counting for the opening quarter. And now play stopped once again. Maybe just to reset the play clock. A great history with this Garner Trojan program. Holly Springs hasn't been around all that much to develop that great history, but a couple of guys notable to North Carolina sports fans have come through this program. C.J. Leslie, who played at NC State and in the NBA, and Carlos Rodon just a few years ago. Outstanding baseball player, 2nd overall pick by the White Sox, and keeping is Sauers, and he takes a sandwich hit by Latavian Haywood and Davian Carrington. And he's lucky he's able to get up from that 2nd down.
Well, Haywood and Carrington, physical cornerbacks. We talked about their athleticism, but in run support, they're very good. And we'll see Sauers here on the zone read. Look like maybe an opportunity to give the ball to Combs up the middle. That's secondary. They're athletic. Also, good job of reading the read, making the play.
Yeah, good sportsmanship by Carrington, helping Sauers to his feet. Gain of 2. And likely the final play of this opening quarter. Out of the pistol, Derek Combs has already broken up a 65-yard touchdown run. And he's in pass protection, stepping up. Sauers in trouble, harassed, throws it underneath, and it hooks up right around the 23-yard line. A reception to Elijah Veal. And they will mark him short to the 1st down. Clock stopped momentarily as they move the markers. Should be 3rd down and about 4. And that will do it for the opening quarter. So they play for the SWAC championship today. An early strike by Garner on 4th and 6. But then a 65-yard touchdown run to equalize by Combs. Done with 1 on Friday Night Rivals for the conference title. Garner and Holly Springs 7-7.
In Miami. The cops are tough.
The next step you take will be in the morgue.
And the nightlife is killer.
He wanted her to suffer. Let's make sure he does. I've got to go.
CSI Miami. Tonight at 10 on MyRDC 28.
America's most captivating true crime stories are on 5 times a week. Dateline.
Tonight at 11 on MyRDC 28.
It hasn't always been easy, has it? There have been days when you doubted yourself, and days when you were ready to quit, but you didn't, because you had the courage to venture into something powerful. Education. If I leave you with just 3 words of advice, never stop growing.
Attention oxygen therapy users. If you've been chained to an oxygen tank, then you know they're a burden. Tanks keep you from living the life you love.
I was on oxygen tanks, and I couldn't go anywhere, do much of anything. I didn't dare go far.
It's time to reclaim your independence with an Inogen 1 oxygen concentrator. Inogen makes its own oxygen from the air around you, so you'll never worry about running out of oxygen again.
I wasn't going to run out of oxygen ever, and it was like freedom. I got my life back. I really love my Inogen.
The Inogen 1 G4 is lightweight and compact. Plus, it's battery operated, so you can have oxygen anytime, anywhere.
Oh, do I think Inogen is worth the money? You better believe it's worth every single penny of it.
Call now for your free information kit. There's no obligation. Inogen. Oxygen anytime, anywhere.
Call 1-800-625-6211. That's 1-800-625-6211. Call now for your free information kit.
Ready to begin the second quarter. Garner and Holly Springs tied 7-7. Patrick Heenis, Jay Sohnhalter, Aaron Summers with you. A crisp mid-November Friday night to wrap up a long regular season of high school football in North Carolina. This is a 3rd and 5 for Holly Springs. Combs the carry. He gets inside the 20. He needed the 19. Looks like he'll be marked a little bit short. But field goals, Jay, will not win this game, so I imagine Holly Springs will go for it eagerly on 4th and 1.
Oh, it was a good job by Combs there, setting up the run, running towards the outside, then making a little cut, bringing it back in. But here, 4th and 1, you got to give it to your best player, Combs. I would say try to get him to the outside. We've seen Garner's defensive line really stout up the middle. I think you can get Combs to the outside. You can let him use that stiff arm, let him use his power. He only has to get 1 yard.
And we get a 2 to the whistle, and we may have a timeout taken here. Play clock was already down to 6. Sowers was just sprinting back to meet his team. And no signal if a timeout was taken. So it's 4th and 1. No timeout, and now the officials are allowing Garner to substitute in. And there goes Carrington to the sideline for Garner. And, well, that's an athlete you need on the field on 4th and 1. Let's hope it's not a major injury. Here we go on 4th and 1. It is Combs. He tries the left side, got hit right at the line of scrimmage, but powers through that tackle around the knees and gets the first down for Holly Springs.
Yeah, good job there, following his line. The offensive line there getting pushed, and the defensive line coming off strong. Good job right up the middle there with the block. Helline, left tackle, getting movement up front, and that's a big conversion to continue this drive.
Inside the Wake County 86 in green zone. Help keep Wake County litter free. 86-yard trash. Bo Sowers, senior quarterback for the Golden Hawks, trying to give Holly Springs its first lead of the game. 7-all. Early stages, second quarter. Backs left and right. Tight end in motion, and Sowers will throw. Gives up some ground. Heaves to the near pylon in the end zone, making a turn, and a twisting catch is inbounds. Touchdown, Austin Wiegers at Holly Springs. An acrobatic pirouetting through the air touchdown reception. And Holly Springs claims its first lead of the night.
And Wiegers just fighting for this ball, an outstanding route. He does it on the ground and through the air. We'll see him coming out of the backfield, a wheel route, getting into the flat, going out and then up, and then perfect throw by Sowers, giving Wiegers a chance, getting his feet in bounds, high pointing that ball, able to focus all the way through. What a huge spark, converting on 4th down, and then the shot in the end zone. Great throw again by Sowers, putting it where his guy can catch it, and then the fight and the want to go up and get it.
And that's just not an everyday garden variety celebration. Conference championship is theirs if they win tonight. It's the end of the regular season. It's a title that Holly Springs has never won before. They won a state baseball championship when Carlos Rodon pitched here, but on the football side, they've only been in the playoffs a couple of times, have not won a playoff game. They win tonight would be their 7th of the year. They would run the table 5-0 in the league and really have a lot of momentum and, more importantly, that top seed coming out of this conference when it comes to playoff seeding this weekend.
Yeah, especially if they can win this ball game, winning the conference outright, beating Garner, a team that's known throughout the state. That's such a huge confidence boost for still a young program. Even though this program has had some success, they haven't had that big success, that next level where they want to go to. And tonight, a huge opportunity.
Time for the Lane & Associates kickoff, brought to you by Lane & Associates Family Dentistry. We'd love to make you smile. 14-7 Holly Springs, 10:39 left in the first half. Ralston marks it off. Carrington is back on the field for Garner. He's one of the 2 returners. We'll see if they kick short again, and they will. And this will bounce up a little bit of some wet turf. It's fielded meanwhile by Vaughn, and Vaughn weaving through the middle, and he takes that return out to the 30-yard line. You see, boy, there's a lot of respect for the kickoff return team for the Garner Trojans.
I think the coaches know too, with the field position battle so important tonight in the conditions with the wet field. Kick the ball on the ground and see if something happens.
10 plays, 69 yards, 4 minutes and 45 seconds taken off of the clock. The Saltwater Seafood scoring summary leading to the Lee Thornton Park Honda touchdown reception, wheeled in by Wiegers right there from 15 yards out. This Garner drive begins officially at its own 31-yard line. High snap, handle, pressure coming, release made, and the catch at the 35-yard line. And now pivoting around and carried almost to the 40-yard line. Nice footwork by Paulvin Horton, number 10, his first reception of the night.
The hitch route there. Good job getting yards after the catch. An excellent throw, getting pressure, and then making a move, making some guys miss. And with the field conditions out there, for these defenders, they really have to break down. They can't grasp or lunge out there because it's slippery.
Well, there was Timothy Yidman bearing down on McLean right through the middle. And clean shots on this rising star quarterback. 2nd and 1. And the give through the middle is enough for the first down. Scored into about the 43-yard line. And that will move the chains. And a Holly Springs defender slow to get up. Sam Dorsey, number 67. He'll check out. It'll be first down for the Garner Trojans. Trojans with a win tonight would pick up their 7th of the regular season, which would be their fewest since 2009. That's just how rich and storied of a tradition the Trojans have. In Thurman Leach's first year, they went 10-4. They won at least 9 games in all 5 of his seasons entering 2018. Big sprints ahead, and then a heavy hit that knocked Alston a bit off stride. But Alston will take it out to midfield.
And Alston, only a junior, will see the power he displays. Good job on the offensive lineman. Kick out block and then just bowling over the defenders.
Hey, well, watch number 42 for Holly Springs, Inman. Inman was the one who had the attack on the quarterback a couple of plays ago, but even on that last play, he started toward the left side of that defensive line, got clogged up, rotated back around, and still got himself in on that big hit. But he's a punishing hitter. Play fake. Pass out deep down the right side, man-to-man coverage, and this pass is caught inside the 10 as a penalty marker comes in. John Anthony Johnson. A fantastic reception. Flag came in. It was tight coverage. And we'll see against whom it's going. It looks like it's going against Holly Springs. And it is defensive pass interference, but great concentration by Johnson to keep his eyes focused while he's fending off Joshua Kaiser, number 13.
He's getting pushed down, falling back, still able to get his hands up high enough to reach for it. And then that throw by McLean. There are not many high school or even college quarterbacks that have that arm strength that can throw the ball off balance, that accurate. That was about a 45-yard throw in on his back foot.
Again, such an easy flick of the wrist. Inside the Wake 86 in green zone again. Garner trailing 14-7. First and goal from the 5. Pitch left side, grabbing in stride, sprinting toward the goal line, and held back right around the 3. And once Carrington gets his hands on that football, he's in 5th gear immediately.
He turns it upfield. The offensive line, and when they get a big play in the passing game, almost like it gives you more juice. You see them firing off the ball there. Another power, good separation on the line, and Carrington now in the backfield.
Well, you won't see this formation a lot from Garner. I formation. Henry is the fullback, and he will get the call. Tries the right side. Now tries to kind of lean to his right, and he's dragged down short. Joey Yanetta, number 15, and company in on the tackle. 3rd and goal for Garner.
And Andre Henry right here on the belly play. Good job hiding behind the offensive line, but just the Hawks getting off the line, nowhere to run.
McLean takes the snap. Oh, had some trouble. McLean finding some room off the right side, and touchdown. Touchdown, Garner. Looked to be a little bit of a quick snap there for the Garner Trojans on 3rd and goal. And McLean trying that right side, couldn't get through, and then just kind of forced his way around the right edge and scores. 14-13, Holly Springs.
Just fought through the contact. He got stopped initially, but then just kind of wiggled off towards the right, and then the key there was staying low. And both these teams, big plays, then the other one will respond. This just shows you, Patrick, the importance of this game and how bad these teams want it.
McLean with his arm, McLean with his feet. 7:20 to go first half. We're tied 14-14. Friday night rivals from Holly Springs.
Attention. On January 1st, 2018, the United States Tax Cut Act officially became law. This law also changes Obamacare. If you are uninsured or struggling to afford your current health insurance, there is now immediate relief. Health insurance that's not high-priced Obamacare is now available. Call the Health Insurance Helpline now. It's free. The cost for health insurance has been a serious problem in America, but now the law has changed. So many people don't get the insurance they need because they just don't call. Don't spend money you don't have to spend. Call now. It's free. If you are uninsured or unable to pay for ACA coverage, call the Health Insurance Helpline now. Get what you deserve. Call to see if you qualify for health care or dental coverage that starts immediately. Don't delay. Call now. It's free. Call 800-501-1679. 800-501-1679. That's 800-501-1679.
Touchdown pass by starting quarterback Nolan McLean, and a touchdown carry by McLean, and it's 14-14. 7 minutes and 20 seconds to go in this opening half. Lane and Associates Family Dentistry kickoff, another short one, and skids right into the chest of one of the up men. And Holly Springs trying to turn the corner with Luca Hurst, and slides out of bounds past the 30 to about the 33.
First to him was number 30.
This Garner Trojan team, as we get a look at their scoring summary presented by Saltwater Seafood. 309, 69 yards. We've seen the arm strength on display, and most of the passes from McLean have been on target here tonight as Garner draws even.
A big league throw and then going to the ground when they got to the goal line, forcing that ball in. Great ball game so far.
Sowers under center for Holly Springs. Drive begins officially at the 34. Uyghurs in motion, jet sweep. Uyghurs does take it, and he loses a yard or two.
To Uyghurs, brought down by number 23, Donovan Brown.
Donovan Brown, number 23, strings it out for the tackle for loss.
I've really been impressed with Uyghurs tonight. Now here on this play, nowhere to go. Good job on the perimeter by the Trojans. But Uyghur is very versatile in the passing game. 47 rushes coming into this ball game, so he does it all, and he's an important piece of this offense.
We've had a couple of hurricanes that have impacted the schedule of games over the course of this year in the North Carolina High School Athletic Association. So you get to week 13 now, and you have Garner playing its second game in a matter of 96 hours. It can take a toll to hand off against some resistance behind the line of scrimmage. And again, the Garner defensive line coming through. There's nothing there for Combs. Fowler there on the tackle for Garner. Brings up third down. But Garner in that game earlier in the week against Middle Creek trailed 27-7 late in the first half, cut it to a one-score game, but then couldn't get over the hump. They lost 41-28. Did force a couple of turnovers in that game, but that's high-level competition. And now coming back on just 3 full days rest to play their final game of the regular season. That's a lot to ask, especially in November. Third down, short 11. Sowers faking pressure coming from the backside. Throws to the left, has his man. First down yardage. And Whitman down the sideline to about the 30-yard line. 36 yards for Braden Whitman on 3rd and 11.
Now, this is a heck of a play by Sowers to see him with the ball fakes and to have the confidence and the poise to have his back turned. That was Cooley chasing after him and then throw a strike downfield to Whitman. And this offense with the ground attack with Combs running the ball, when they can get the play action pass going, they're dangerous.
Well, there's a lot of trust in Sowers running that play because they know that backside pressure is coming. I'm not sure that Sowers knew Cooley was coming at him, but he was very cool in the delivery. Option to the right, late pitch, Uyghurs. Collared around the 20-yard line. Boy, it's funny what one big third down conversion can do for a confidence within one drive. And we see it now to the long side of the field with the option. And that will be enough for a first down.
This is the third time we've seen Sowers go to the outside and pitch the ball at the perfect time. And Uyghurs with the stiff arm. Good job executing that play. And that's a dangerous play, especially with the field conditions, a slippery ball. Right now, the Hawks running to perfection.
Back inside the Wake, 86 in green zone. Help keep Wake County litter free. 86 are trash. 1st and 10 for Holly Springs. Sprints in motion goes Dallas King. Sowers again on a design rollout. Chased once again and throws it into the sideline. And it's incomplete. Well, we've seen certainly some changes on the offensive side for Holly Springs. The first possession or two, Garner got a lot of penetration. They got in on Sowers when he was in the pocket. They're mostly designing plays to roll him left or roll him right to evade some pressure, and it's worked.
Yeah, and also, too, they're getting guys going in motion, slowing down the eyes of the Garner defense. Garner's defense so strong up the middle. It kind of seemed like Holly Springs are just kind of running the ball into a wall. But then when they start getting the ball to the outside, rolling out Sowers, it's really opened things up and allowed them to use their athleticism.
10 yards to go on second down. 14-14, 4:33 to play. Holly Springs football. Uyghurs in motion. Handoff right side. Combs cuts it back inside. Gets to about the 15-yard line. When 2 Trojans bring him down. 3rd and 5 coming up for Holly Springs. And a reminder to stay tuned for the Hendrick Chevrolet halftime report. We'll have this week's Oxnard-Piermar Scholar athletes. We'll have interviews with participating school principals, highlights from all across the country, and more on New Roads today at hendrickchevrolet.com. Mark comes back at the 16, so it's 3rd and 6 for Holly Springs. Sowers, as he has done all night long, heading to the sideline to get the play called directly from his offensive coordinator. And they'll come out of the pistol. Combs sets up behind him, and Uyghurs comes in motion. Combs gets the carry off the left to the 15, but little else there as Garner able to bottle him up. And here we go again with a 4th down inside the green zone for Holly Springs.
A big play coming up, and I think we're going to see here a variation. It's on that last play. Combs getting the ball. Uyghurs coming through behind in motion to try to present a ball fake, but I think you got to have those 3 guys involved in getting the ball here. Somebody getting a fake, maybe the option here to the short side of the field to slow down the defense.
4th down. Knows that the football needs to reach the 10 for Holly Springs. Playing for the conference championship. Out of the pistol. Combs the carry straight up the middle, driving inside the 10, and he has the first down. Try as he might, Tyler Peacock, number 9, just could not drive Combs back.
Well, look at Sauls right there, number 78 with the block, and then just the power of Combs when he gets running downhill and gets that extra couple yards of movement by the offensive line. It's so tough to bring him down. Such a physical runner, a big kid, and he always seems to be falling forward.
And Combs to the sideline for a rare breather. Dallas King, number 12, checks in for him. 1st and goal, Holly Springs in a 14-14 tie. 2:55 and counting for the first half. Wiegers in motion to the bottom of your screen, and a fake handoff. Holding is Sowers, trying the left, and then that very quick and athletic Garner defense recovered. Xavier Arrington, who had a couple of picks earlier in the week against Middle Creek on Monday, closed quickly and necessary.
And then again here, the ball fake, the counter, Sowers faking out the defense. Did a good job coming in, not giving up extra yards, but these running plays are allowing this clock to dwindle down here almost to 2 minutes. So Holly Springs here in the red zone, but also not allowing Garner to have much time if there's a change of possession here.
2nd and goal. Snap to Sowers. Major pressure through the middle. He evades it, throws to the flats, and it's off of the hands. Incomplete. Looking for Kyle Morgan. Penalty marker is down, though, in the center of the end zone away from the play. Here's Rich Miller.
Flag on the play.
Oh, that's big. Defensive holding on Garner. Instead of 3rd and goal, 1st and goal, and even tighter toward the end zone for Holly Springs.
Critical mistake right there, giving Holly Springs another opportunity.
All right, a reminder, during the 4th quarter of tonight's game, we'll be selecting the Miller Mott College play of the game. Miller Mott, changing futures, changing lives. Kick off your new career with Miller Mott.
Still 2nd down.
That's a cardinal sin. Again, it was not where the ball was thrown. It was to another receiver for Holly Springs in the center of the end zone away from the play. So it is 1st and goal for a Holly Springs at about the 3-yard line. Sowers out of the pistol. And Garner will pressure again. Holding his Sowers. Ball deflects high in the air. It's a jump ball. And at the 5-yard line, did Garner pick it off? Or did it get through to a desperate receiver? Oh, it did. Held on by Wiegers. As it looked like Sowers felt the pressure, arm got hit on the release. The ball scored it straight into the air.
Well, an outstanding job by Wiegers, seeing the ball in the air. And then he made the catch, but just getting over there because that would have been an interception. And it was Cooley on the pressure that forced that ball to shoot up. Sowers there, trying to lead his team into the end zone. And dangerous on that last play. I'm Holly Springs. I'm going back to the ground, trying to get the ball to Combs.
The ball rests inside the 5-yard line. Now let's go back to that defensive penalty a moment ago. The marker on the field shows 3rd down, so maybe it wasn't an automatic 1st down as racing to get in position. Holly Springs, that was a scramble mode by the Golden Hawks, and we'll take a timeout. We will take it with them. 1:11 to play, 1st half. Holly Springs inside the 10 in a tie game, and we come back.
Your vehicle search ends here. Hendrick Chevrolet in Cary has North Carolina's largest selection of new Chevys, plus up to $15,000 off MSRP. Find new roads at hendrickchevrolet.com. That's the power of Hendrick.
It doesn't matter how you do it, just 86 it.
Your vehicle search ends here. Hendrick Chevrolet in Cary has North Carolina's largest selection of new Chevys, plus up to $15,000 off MSRP. Find new roads at HendrickChevrolet.com. That's the power of Hendrick.
Final stages first half, 14-14, Holly Springs and Garner. This is a 3rd and goal for the Holly Springs Golden Hawks inside the Garner 5. Sowers hands off Combs, nowhere to go to the right, cuts it back. He gets inside the 5 to about the 3. And we'll see another tantalizing 4th down in this opening half between Garner and Holly Springs.
Execution in the red zone, executing on 3rd and 4th downs. Those are areas we're going to look back on and say, hey, who won this battle? That's probably going to be who wins this game. Here, Holly Springs, use this clock up as much as possible.
Well, Sowers is still over at the sideline as the play clock now gets under 10. I would imagine they're going to be taking a timeout here. Game clock at 28, play clock at 4, and yes, they're simply waiting for the play clock to wind almost all the way down, and now Holly Springs will take a timeout. They want to make sure that this is the end of the first half one way or another. Don't want to give the quick strike electric Garner offense a chance to come through. And a reminder coming up, Hendrick Chevrolet halftime report brought to you by Hendrick Chevrolet. We'll check out this week's Oxnard Pyramar Scholar athletes, participating school interviews with the principals, highlights from all across the country, and a whole lot more, so stay tuned for that. Find new roads today, HendrickChevrolet.com. A lot of pride in the line, especially for the Garner Trojans. This has not been the year they envisioned entering 2018. Started 1-4 last year, went all the way to the regional finals. They started 2-3 through the first 5 weeks of this year before they finally got their bearings, ripped off 4 straight wins prior to Monday's loss. But Thurman Leach still has a lot of belief in his team. But boy, a win tonight would go a very long way. Well, Holly Springs has made the decision. They will attempt a field goal here as Davis Edwards, number 40, is deployed onto the field. The hold will come out of Adam Gruden from the 10-yard line, so a 20-yarder. Snap is clean. The kick is on the way, and it is good. And with 21 seconds left, Holly Springs on a 20-yard field goal will likely take a halftime lead at 17-14. Golden Hawks.
And I know Holly Springs wanted to score a touchdown there, but still executing time management. They're using the clock, not allowing Garner to have much time at all, and then getting points on the board, having momentum and confidence heading into the half. That was impressive, and that was huge for them to finish out the half offensively at a high level.
The Garner Trojans will have the football out of halftime, trailing by 3. Now, we've seen Holly Springs several times tonight with these Lane & Associates kickoffs, intentionally kicking it down the middle and very short. They are very aware of the damage that Carrington and Vaughn can create, standing back at about the 10-yard line. And we'll see if that's the assignment again for Max Ralston, the senior kicker. 20 seconds left. 17-14 Holly Springs. Homecoming night, still that annoying mist. And again, a little chip shot caught at the 36-yard line. And this is returnable for Garner's Andre Heary. And he's out to about the 44-yard line. So 13 seconds left, now 12. And we know about the arm strength of Garner's quarterback. I mean, that's the biggest concern for me.
And the timeouts here. A little bit surprised they kicked it short like that, but on offense here, started off through the air. Sowers was very impressive.
Saltwater Seafood scoring summary led to a 20-yard field goal. Took 6:49 off the clock. A couple of big conversions by the Golden Hawks. Well, I've never been an offensive coordinator in my life, but if I am one here, I'm saying I want McLean to throw as deep as he can, once, maybe twice. We'll take our chances with the athletes he has on the outside. Because we saw him in warm-up throw footballs 45, 50, maybe almost 55 yards in the air. That's right where they are. 55 yards would get into the end zone.
He can throw it through the goalpost.
So they flood the top of the screen. 4 receivers to the top. And McLean with 17 touchdown passes this year out of the gun. Max pass protection. And on first down, he will throw deep over the middle, and the catch is made inside the 35-yard line and down to the 34. That will stop the clock as Spencer Stevenson across the middle, rising up and making an excellent catch.
Yeah, tight end Stevenson winning between the safety right there, high pointing the ball, going and taking the contact in great execution. Now here moving the ball in great field position for Garner with a couple strikes, still 8 seconds left.
Blue Cross Blue Shield first down for Garner. They mark it to the 35, and as you mentioned, Garner with that full complement of timeouts takes one here. Now again, 8 seconds. If you're taking a shot at the end zone here, Jay, it's probably the last play of this first half. Otherwise, you can throw short, and if so, you might be able to squeeze 2 plays out of 8 seconds.
I think you can squeeze 2 plays here. It just depends if you want to risk it with 1 play, because I think you're right. If you go towards the end zone, time's going to run out. I think Garner can still try to do a short little pass, get down, call a timeout, and take 1 more crack at the end zone or kick a field goal.
17-14 the lead for Holly Springs. So Nolan McLean, who's a star shortstop and pitcher, throws in the low 90s on the baseball team for Garner. He's out of the gun, stands 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Slot to their right. Are they going for 2 or 1? They're going for maybe 2 plays. Sideline pattern, and the catch at the 24-yard line, and timbering out of bounds is Jackson Mitchell. His first catch, 3 seconds left. And they'll spot this football at around, looks to be about the 26-yard line as we take 1 more look here. Now, if I'm Garner, I'm taking 1 more timeout and setting up my best 20-yard play.
And just another example of the arm strength. They're on the run, getting outside the pocket, and then an accurate ball. McLean looks like a college quarterback. That's something that Aaron Rodgers, we see for the Packers, does so well, throwing on the run. Really good job getting themselves in possession here for a scoring opportunity after the short kick on special teams.
Yeah, well, he's getting a lot of looks already by some college coaches here in the area, regionally and nationally. You know that's only going to grow as his body grows and once they get a little bit more footage on his arm strength and poise in the pocket.
Well, it's amazing because these guys are still so young and there's so much growth and development. Whether that's 1 month or a year or 2 years, it happens quickly. And to be so young, just turning 16 years old, and to be this good, this big, that talented, he's gonna have a special high school career and a lot of opportunities going into college.
A lot of weapons here. 3 seconds left. You have Carrington, you have Vaughn on the field. And the final play of the first half. McLean tucks, looking, trying to buy some time. Throws to the back edge of the end zone. It overshoots Stevenson. Swatted away by Holly Springs. It's incomplete. And the Golden Hawks will take a 3-point lead in the regular season finale to halftime. A win by Holly Springs, and they will win their first ever conference championship. 17-14 the lead for Holly Springs. And Jay, what have you seen from Holly Springs with a lot of pressure on their shoulders for the first time in school history?
Well, the biggest thing that I've noticed is the adjustment, running the ball to the outside and then also opening up the passing game.
All right, let's go downstairs. Aaron Summers. Aaron?
Coach, you told me that the Garner defense was fast and they had a lot of size. How have you been able to evade them today?
Well, they still are fast and have a lot of size. We're just trying to hit them with quick stuff up the middle and negate a little bit of that.
How are you going to continue to have success going forward?
Our kids just have to play as a team, play hard. That's the only thing we can do. They're a great team, and it's going to be a great battle to the end.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Patrick?
All right, well, this is the perfect game to wrap up the regular season. SWAC championship on the line. Will it be Garner forcing a 3-way tie, or will Holly Springs get the trophy for the first time in school history? Halftime show on this homecoming and senior night from Holly Springs is next. Holly Springs at the break, leading 17-14.
Sportsmanship, it means a lot of things.
It means showing respect for the opposing team
And being a good host for our visitors.
It's about modeling good behavior and not getting caught up in the emotion of the moment.
It's about winning with humility.
Losing with dignity.
It is about making my high school games.
It's a good memory that I can enjoy for years to come.
Mr. Official.
Mom.
Dad, son.
Daughter. Coach.
Are we in this together?
Sportsmanship.
Together, we make the right call.
This message has been brought to you by the North Carolina High School Athletic Association.
Miller Mott understands motivation. Miller Mott understands goals. Our dental assisting program makes it easier for you to start doing what you love. Kick off your new career education today at Miller Mott College in Raleigh.
Proudly representing the community for years, Oxner Permar is now proud to sponsor the Scholar Athlete of the Week for MyRDC's Friday Night Rivals. Every Friday night, Oxner Permar will shine a light on an exceptional scholar athlete who inspires us all to do the right thing, just as we strive to make wrongs right every day at Oxner Permar. Plus, at the end of the season, one of these All-Stars will receive a $5,000 scholarship provided by Oxner Permar. Oxner Permar, we make wrongs right.
Take on your retirement with the Medicare plan from the name trusted for over 80 years statewide. Here for today and whatever comes next. Medicare plans from Blue Cross and Blue Shield of North Carolina. Live fearless. Learn more about Medicare plans to fit your needs at shopmedicarenc.com.
Miller Mott understands support. Miller Mott understands success. Our veterinary technology program gives you the support and education you need to become a veterinary technician. Kick off your new career training today at Miller Mott College in Raleigh.
Welcome back to the Hendrick Chevrolet Halftime Report. Now it's time for the Oxner Permar Scholar Athlete. This week's Oxner Permar Scholar Athletes are from Garner Magnet High School, Spencer Stevenson. Stevenson is a 3-year football letter winner, a 4-year lacrosse letter winner, and carries a 3.38 GPA. Spencer gives back to his community by volunteering for fundraisers and food drives. From Holly Springs High School, Luca Hurst. Hurst is a football team captain, the team's Defensive Player of the Year, and carries a 4.5 GPA. Luca is a member of the National Honor Society, a special needs volunteer, and a camp counselor. Luca is also the co-founder of his high school's sports debate club. Spencer, Luca, and other nominated All-Stars are also eligible to win a $5,000 scholarship to be presented at the end of the season, courtesy of Oxner Permar Law, making wrongs right. Stay with us. We have more from the Hendrick Chevrolet Halftime Report here on Friday Night Rivals coming up next.
New BC On The Go Stick Packs. Take that same powerful pain relief where it's never been before. Easier to take with you, faster to tear into. Now tough pain relief goes where you do. New BC Powder Stick Packs.
Saltwater Seafood has the freshest seafood in town and the best customer service.
Saltwater has the freshest seafood in town and the best staff.
Saltwater gets their fish fresh every morning.
Hey, Dante.
Check out the catch of the day at saltwaterseafoodnc.com and join our mailing list for weekly specials. Our fresh fish come daily from the North Carolina coast, and we're open every day but Monday.
I love their fresh fish right here at Saltwater.
For a place, a people, an idea, for right and freedom, for liberty and justice for all. For every square inch between fruited plains and spacious skies. Marines fight to win. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
This is Goody's classic pain relief. Now, watch how Goody's fast gets faster. Introducing Goody's On The Go Stick Packs. Easier to open, faster to take. Same powerful formula. Yep, we pulled a fast one. A late first half field goal has Holly Springs leading Garner 17-14 at halftime. Well, the students playing tonight know the importance of staying on top of their health. and that includes dental hygiene. Tonight's naming sponsor, Lane & Associates, offers dental care services all throughout the Triangle, and their very own Sue Martinez tells us what sets them apart.
Gosh, there's a ton that sets them apart. I mean, with over 29 offices that they have, I mean, they're able to reach out to so many patients and people in the community, to all over North Carolina. I mean, sports events, the football games that we get to sponsor is a big reason why we love to do what we do. Fairs, festivals, just outreach to the community, getting the chance to meet the patients that come into the office, talk to them, create that bond. That's part of why we love working for the company. Really just trying to create an experience rather than an appointment. There's just so many things that we are looking to add every day, and it's a privilege to get the chance to work for a company that allows us to do that and reach out to so many people in the community.
All right, thank you, Sue, and thank you, Lane & Associates. Let's go downstairs to Aaron Summers, who's with a very special guest at halftime. Aaron?
Thanks, Patrick. I'm here with Holly Springs Assistant Principal Doug Poppy. It has been an incredibly successful athletic season for a lot of the teams here at Holly Springs. What do you attribute that success to?
I think our coaching staff has really done a wonderful job. Our fans, we've got a great Purple Craze out tonight. Our fans, our parents, the community, we're kind of a big, small town feel, and we've just done a great job. We have won our ladies golf, the conference championship, had the coach of the year and the player of the year in the championship. In soccer, we won the SWAC conference and had coach of the year, and I believe tonight we already have a title, a share of the title. If we win, it's outright, and we really believe Coach Firth is the coach of the year.
We didn't miss anybody.
I don't think so. We're looking forward to our winter season. They just started as well, and boys basketball and girls basketball and wrestling and I just think Holly Springs is taking a turn, and things are really looking up here.
Great crowd so far, great night of football. We'll be back with more on Friday Night Rivals, the Hendrick Chevrolet halftime report after this.
Your vehicle search ends here. Hendrick Chevrolet in Cary has North Carolina's largest selection of new Chevys, plus up to $15,000 off MSRP. Find new roads at HendrickChevrolet.com. That's the power of Hendrick.
It hasn't always been easy, has it? There have been days when you doubted yourself, and days when you were ready to quit, but you didn't, because you had the courage to venture into something powerful, education. If I leave you with just 3 words of advice, never stop growing.
At AT&T, we believe in access, the opportunity for everyone to explore a digital world full of possibilities, connecting with family, friends, and the things that matter most. And because nothing keeps us more connected than the internet, we've created Access from AT&T. If a member of your household is a SNAP participant, you may qualify for home internet at a discounted rate of $10 a month. No commitment, deposit, or installation fee. Visit att.com/access now to learn more.
Love is louder.
Love is louder.
Love is louder.
Love is louder than bullying.
Than hate. Depression. Loneliness. Stress.
Than anger.
Love is louder than
fear.
Anxiety. Insecurity.
Love is louder than discrimination.
Love is louder than abuse.
Love is louder.
Love is louder when you take action to help yourself or a friend. If you or someone you know is having a hard time, go to loveislouder.com to find out ways you can get help and feel better.
Your vehicle search ends here. Hendrick Chevrolet in Cary has North Carolina's largest selection of new Chevys, plus up to $15,000 off MSRP. Find new roads at HendrickChevrolet.com. That's the power of Hendrick.
Halftime in Holly Springs. Hawks with a 17-14 lead on Garner. Well, each week during halftime over this entire Friday Night Rivals broadcast year, MyRDC has been showcasing outstanding Thursday night lights and Friday Night Rivals game highlights from all across the country. And here are more of the great highlights from last week's action.
T-Wolves program been there 2 straight years. They're trying to go undefeated tonight against Huntington. Glader heaves it up, got music, and music makes the grab.
Well, Mark, we've done a lot of games this year, and I'm going to tell you right now, that's the best catch I've seen all year long.
Well, here we go with that man-to-man coverage.
Oh, it's dangerous. Picked off again.
Wow.
Wyatt Jones.
Wow.
Jumped the route. Oh, boy.
Tons of time to throw.
Over the middle, complete. And pinballing his way into the end zone with that last final reach.
First down and 10. He'll pitch it, and oh my goodness, the collision of the game on maybe the first snap. So reverse, double reverse, got a man wide open. It's Logan. Logan's got it, and Logan is trying to outrace the defender to the end zone, to the 5. Touchdown, Harlan, trickeration again.
Back at Holly Springs High School after taking a look at some great plays around the country. Here are the numbers we've seen so far tonight. 152 on the ground for Holly Springs, not unexpected. Each of those turnovers was very early and a 3-point lead for Holly Springs.
And both teams, only 3 penalties combined, so clean ball game. But for Garner, they're going to have to find a way to get their ground game going. Only 36 yards rushing compared to Holly Springs. So they're winning the line of scrimmage in Garner, though. We've seen them, how quickly they can come back through the passing game with the passing ability of McLean.
All right, the blowing mist intensifying in Holly Springs. They're 24 minutes away, though, from their first conference championship. Third quarter on the way. Holly Springs leading Garner 17-14. Friday night rivals on MyRDC.
Growing up, I was kind of reserved and quiet, and then when I got on the soccer field, I sort of just left all that behind me. You know, my friends and I, we would laugh and scream and just like have so much fun. And so as I started playing soccer and getting more into it, at school I realized it was easier for me to make friends and connect. Just because that camaraderie I had on the soccer team, I felt like I could do that in real life, like why not?
Take on your retirement with the Medicare plan from the name trusted for over 80 years statewide. Here for today and whatever comes next. Medicare plans from Blue Cross and Blue Shield of North Carolina. Live fearless. Learn more about Medicare plans to fit your needs at shopmedicarenc.com.
As you know, interest rates are rising, but not at Rooms to Go. During the Rooms to Go holiday sale, our interest rates are going down, all the way down to 0. So it's the perfect time to save. Buy beautiful new furniture and finance with 60-month interest-free financing. No interest adds up. Just make equal monthly payments until November 2023. Yes, we have it down. Interest rates down to 0 at the Rooms to Go holiday sale.
Plastic bottles in North Carolina are creating jobs in our communities. They are separated, sorted, and packaged by your neighbors. Bottles are ground into small pieces called flake by your friends. The flake is cleaned and melted into pellets, then transformed into socks, your favorite shirt, the carpeting in your car, as well as other bottles. When you recycle plastic bottles here in the Carolinas, you're providing employment for an estimated 3,500 people. When you recycle your plastic bottles, you're making a positive impact on your community. Your bottle means jobs.
We had a chance to visit both teams this week for our Game of the Week segment, a preview of the game that runs on our sister station, CW22. Here's what coaches and players had to say about the matchup. Hi, I'm Jay Sunhalter, and welcome to the CW22 Game of the Week. There's a lot at stake in this final week of the regular season. Garner travels to Holly Springs needing a win for a share of the conference title.
It's a sense of urgency. I could feel it, and I walked through today. And our job is to make sure we get these young men ready to play Friday night, and we're gonna have a good time.
We got to come out and play hard for the playoff standing, number 2 seed.
That determines whether we're getting on a bus to go play a game, or
we're staying at home.
With the victory, the Golden Hawks win the conference outright, a first for Holly Springs football.
Here we've never had a conference title in football. We've never even had a chance, as far as I know, to play. So by far the biggest game of our existence.
All of our games are really big, but this one just is for the championship, so it means a little bit more.
They're one of the top schools in the area, and it's just even bigger that this is for the conference championship.
And now it's time for the Bojangles Trivia Timeout. Is there a penalty for tripping in high school football?
I didn't know. I don't.
I would have to say yes. I got tripped before a lot of times.
Never got called, did you?
Nah.
I'm not sure that there really is. I mean, if it's the ball carrier, I'd say that would just be a tackle.
I would have got this answer wrong, but believe it or not, tripping is not illegal in high school football. Visit RaleighCW.com for extended interviews. We'll see you live Friday at 7 on MyRDC 28.
And we are live, and we are now at a halftime, and Holly Springs 1/2 away from claiming that elusive first ever conference championship. 17-14, Holly Springs leading Garner. Patrick Keenis and Jay Sonehalter as we take a look at some of the first half highlights. And we saw a couple of early turnovers and some big plays made by the big players we expected tonight.
McLean and Stevenson, those two guys really have a great connection. But then Derek Combs started getting going. After that first possession, he really took off. Here, exciting play on the ground, running through the Garner defense. We could just see how explosive this Hawks offense could be when he runs the ball like that, and then the ball placement by Sowers, giving Uyghurs an opportunity here with the touchdown.
And that was on 4th down. That put Holly Springs up 14-7. But then we saw Garner come back and a couple of excellent reads by the receivers on some throws by McLean. And then on second effort, McLean gets through to tie things up. And then it was a 20-yard field goal inside the final half minute by Holly Springs to give the Golden Hawks a 17-14 lead. That's where we stand at halftime. We will come back with the big finish to the SWAC regular season. Will Garner forge the three-way tie and a draw out of a hat for seeds, or will the first conference championship belong to Holly Springs? Second half on the way.
It takes two to dance.
She threatened me. That's not true. Okay, she was belligerent.
But it takes three to tango.
You all need to stop throwing the stones.
Hot Bench, the only court with 3 judges.
Get them out of my courtroom. Out.
3 opinions.
You are on the road to destruction.
3 personalities.
Oh, baloney.
Judges Acker, Corriero, and Domingo.
Not everybody's the 3 of us.
Hot Bench. Weeknights at 7 on MyRDC 28. Everyone is innocent.
I had no reason to kill him.
I didn't kill Matt.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Until they prove them guilty.
Pants on fire?
Totally.
You're lying.
Matt played you, which gives you motive.
You took the gun, you put it in her hand, and boom! Come on!
I killed him, I did it!
I didn't kill anyone. We get a lot of that around here.
Law and Order, Criminal Intent.
Monday at 8 on MyRDC.
Supergirl.
Sunday starting at 8 on CW22. There's something I haven't told you about your mom's death. Is there a spell to make it as if Nico and I never met? Why would you do that? It's the only way I can be sure she's safe.
Charmed.
Sunday at 9 on CW22.
Every day, they protect their city and their family.
We'll always have each other's back.
Always.
Let's go to work.
Hey, it's okay. You're safe now.
Now, these are their stories.
Police standing next to you are your family.
Chicago PD. Viewer discretion advised.
Tuesday at 8 on MyRDC.
Well, moments away from the start of the third quarter with Holly Springs leading Garner 17-14. If Holly Springs is able to win the conference championship, it's going to be on the shoulders of that sophomore, number 6, Derek Combs. And Jay, you wanted to talk a little bit more expansively about him. We saw him run away from a very athletic Garner secondary for a 65-yard run early in the first half. What has really struck you about his skill set?
Well, it's his speed and his patience. As a young running back, so many times you don't wait for the hole to develop, but Combs, he's been very patient, and then you can just see his pure athleticism with his speed and his power. Over 100 yards on the day. But Patrick, let's really watch this game as it unfolds here in the third and fourth quarter, especially with Garner having played on Monday night, to see if that ground attack will start to wear down this defense. And that's really where I think Combs can take advantage of in this ballgame, is in the fourth quarter.
All right, we saw the big hit from Combs early in the game. Then how did the Garner defense change and how they defended Combs over the final quarter of this first half?
Well, the defensive staff saw how good he was. They loaded the box. They put 10 guys in the box, their safeties at about 8 yards, and they forced other guys to beat him. And then Sowers and Uyghur started to take over. There's some opportunities in the passing game. But the second half, the key is both teams one turnover apiece. Can one of these teams start to win the turnover battle?
All right, now let's flip it over to Holly Springs. Defensively, what do they need to do to slow down Garner? Because Garner, they've been in a lot of these big games before. They know how to win in adverse circumstances.
It's going to start with their pass rush. They have to get to Nolan McLean and make him uncomfortable. And Garner's staff has done a nice job of rolling him out towards the right, getting him out of the pocket. We've seen how accurate he is throwing on the run. But the Holly Springs defensive line has to take over here in the second half.
All right, we will not hear from Thurman Leach, the 6th-year head coach from Garner, coming out of the break, but Aaron Summers had a chance to pick his brain a little bit a few moments ago. Aaron, what was on his mind?
In speaking with Coach Thurman Leach, it wasn't so much the offense that he had an issue with in the first half. He said that they've done a good job of protecting their quarterback and maintaining their blocks. He said it's the defense that's been having a little bit of a problem. They've had a couple blown coverages that he says that they need to work on, and then also they need to tackle better. So look for them to be a little bit tighter on defense.
It's a great point. Thank you, Aaron, and thank you, Thurman, for divulging some of those thoughts. Garner has not seen Combs play in person. Last year he was a freshman. This year as a sophomore. They're getting a sense of just how strong he is, how slippery he is. It's different when you see him on tape than when you see him in person. And they've gone for a lot of tackles up, and they've realized he can easily run right through those.
Yeah, and you can only tell so much from watching film. And they saw on film how good he is. But when you're in game-like situations, you can really feel the speed and the power. And Coach Leach talked about tackling better. They do have to tackle better, but they also need to help out their defenders and start to swarm in packs, run to the football, so there's multiple guys to bring him down since he's such a huge back.
All right, we are ready for the start of the third quarter. Again, Holly Springs won the toss. They took the ball to open the game. So Garner will receive this Lane and Associates kickoff. 17-14 Holly Springs. There'll be a bouncing kick down the middle and fielded by Garner at the 25-yard line. And room up the middle. And out close to the 45-yard line, that's Alston, spun around, and very good field position for the Garner Trojans. And don't adjust your set. It's been kind of a thin mist for the first hour plus of this game. It's picked up a bit in intensity in the last 20 or 30 minutes. The winds are blowing a little bit more, so the field was already slippery in some areas in that first half, and the conditions won't get a whole lot better the rest of the way.
Yeah, and here in the second half, ball security with these conditions. Which team's going to focus on the ball, hold on to it? It's going to be key.
All right, so Garner begins this second half with a football at their 45-yard line. And a play fake by their quarterback, McLean. Dumps it off to the right side, and there you see a little slit by Andre Henry as he tried to turn the corner out near midfield.
Good job there with the offensive line rolling out towards right to protect McLean. An easy, high percentage pass on first down. And Garner only 36 yards on the ground in the first half, Patrick. That's an area they're going to have to do a better job here to create that balance.
Gain of 3, second down. Mitchell, the receiver, to the left. Stretch handoff. And inside Holly Springs territory to about the 47. We saw Carrington with a very productive first half. Did have that turnover early in the game on the punt return at the end of a big punt return, but then he intercepted a pass and possession later.
It's so tough playing both ways. Carrington played Monday night. Now here tonight, not much rest, but he has that next level speed. If they can get him to the outside or find a way to let him break loose, we already saw on the interception his speed.
Line of gain is the 45-yard line. This is third down. McLean play fake. Dumps it to the right side. It's a safe play, but the pass is dropped on the sideline. And it's Stevenson who made two terrific catches in the first half. And that's the easiest one of the night. And it would have created a first down. Instead, it's 4th and 3, and it looks like the punt team for Garner is on the way.
Well, he's the go-to guy in the passing game. And Stevenson just let that ball get into him a little bit too much. Didn't catch the ball out front with his hands. Missed opportunity there.
Tristan sends back to return the punt. Kyle Morgan will step into it and send a spinner that's going to land at the 17-yard line and bound toward the sideline and will roll to a halt at the 13. Well, a drive on what could have been for the Garner Trojans, and Stevenson reeled that one in. Would have been the easiest reception of the game, but instead a punt, and now Holly Springs up by 3 on the field for the first time in the second half.
Stevenson, such a talented tight end. We've seen him control the middle of the field with a nice catch on a post route, then running a crossing route for the touchdown. There's sometimes when you're running out to the flat, those are the tough ones when you kind of have to sit on the sideline. Just wasn't able to bring it in.
All right, so Sowers brings Holly Springs to the line. Coombs will be his tailback, and now they redirect Veal from the right to the left, which sets up a one-on-one with Wiegers at the bottom of your screen. Under center, there goes Wiegers in motion, and the pitch. And this is Combs stumbling a bit past the 10 of the short side of the field, and maybe a yard as 4 white-shirted Garner defenders force him out.
Latavian Haywood with the tackle, and Coach Leach talked with Aaron about tackling in the second half. Look at this hit right here by Haywood. Good job getting underneath the pads of Combs, and then the teammates came over to help out.
Loss of a half yard. 2nd and long, 10. Just underway, third quarter. Garner a 3 and out. Wiegers again in motion. Inside handoff. Combs cannot break free, and he's thrown down right at the line of scrimmage again. Didn't see a lot of pursuit after the first defensive drive for Garner, but that time Marcus Shaw, number 66, got him up high and just never let him go.
When Shaw was blocked one-on-one, there, Shed, his man, made the tackle, but there were about 3 other defenders that were in the gaps. And I'll tell you, Garner's defense is selling out to stop the run. Their deepest defender in that last play was about 7 yards deep. If Holly Springs wants to take a shot, it's there. And right now, the deepest defender is 4 yards deep, 5 yards deep. I mean, they are playing the run.
3rd and 9, faking the jet sweep. Sowers buying some time, throws downfield and threw it just over the head of Braden Whitman. Incomplete on 3rd and 9. And now it's Holly Springs going 3 down.
Even surprised there with the safeties playing so far up. 3rd and long situation. That would have been completed. There wasn't any help over the top. So again, Garner trusting in their secondary, their defensive backs, that they can win the one-on-one matchups, and Holly Springs just not able to execute on that drive.
Now, what we've seen from Holly Springs tonight on kickoffs, they are kicking it away from the dangerous return man. Can't do it here. They'll be punting from just outside the goal line. And Davion Dunn, number 8, along with Davion Carrington, number 3, are back right around midfield. Snap is clean. And it's a low kick, end over end, and does take a hop, and Carrington lets it roll right by him, and it's going to cost Garner another 17, maybe 18 yards. So Carrington, a faulty decision. The drive will begin for the Trojans at their own 35 when we come back. 8:34 to go in the third. Holly Springs still up by 3.
Proudly representing the community for years, Oxner Permar is now proud to sponsor the Scholar Athlete of the Week for MyRDC's Friday Night Rivals. Every Friday night, Oxner Permar will shine a light on an exceptional scholar athlete who inspires us all to do the right thing, just as we strive to make wrongs right every day at Oxner Permar. Plus, at the end of the season, one of these All-Stars will receive a $5,000 scholarship provided by Oxner Permar. Oxner Permar, we make wrongs right.
For projects big or small, play it safe when you plan on digging and call or click 811 3 working days before you dig. 811 is the first step to getting your buried underground utilities like gas, electric, or internet lines located. Having these lines marked before digging helps keep you, your family, and your neighborhood safe.
811 is fast, free, and it's the law. Learn more at nc811.org.
We didn't see a back-to-back 3-and-out stand by each of these defenses in the first half. First 2 possessions of the third quarter, that's what we see. And on first down, a dart thrown across the middle. And look who makes the catch there. Stevenson takes a lick and holds on. Gain of 9. 2nd and 1 for the Trojans.
An outstanding concentration by Stevenson. He got drilled there, running across the middle. He knew there was going to be contact. And how about the arm strength again by McLean, needling that ball in there, tight in coverage. And those two have a connection. I love it when the quarterback has confidence in his receiver to give him another opportunity. That was a great play.
Well, this game is just so maddening for coaches and players, is it not? On 2nd and 1, shedding in the backfield, Carrington still wrapped up around the ankle, so he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but still be short. But let's go back to the previous possession for Garner. It was a layup on a pass to the sideline that Stevenson somehow dropped, and then he goes across the middle, takes a huge hit, holds on, and picks up 9. 3rd and short for Garner. McLean under center, and he'll push the right side of the pile, and they will walk this one ahead for about 5 yards. So him sneaking in for a score to tie the game back in the second quarter. And that will bring Garner right out to midfield. Look at the power of this offensive line.
Shot off the ball there, stayed low, so important to win. Center of gravity, get underneath the pad level of your man.
Blue Cross Blue Shield, first down for the Garner Trojans. Brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Carolina. Be bold, be confident, live fearless, North Carolina. Pressure coming, and down he goes, and then trying to throw the ball away. It's loose, it's recovered by Holly Springs at the 43-yard line. Donald Rogers came out of there with it, and what was Nolan McLean thinking? Instead of eating the sack as he was going down, he tried to fling it forward as if he were passing. Ruled a fumble and recovered by Holly Springs.
And that's the turnovers we talked about. Which team was going to make an error? Which team was going to make a play? Now Holly Springs has an opportunity here with great field position. And we talked about Garner playing so close in run support. I would take a shot here with a sudden change.
Drive begins at the Garner 43. Holly Springs +3. A toss. Looks like a trick play. Wiegers will throw. He wants Whitman down the sideline into double coverage. Incomplete. Well, that's exactly what you said on sudden change. Sometimes you can get a despondent team caught up in that psychological morass. And that's what Holly Springs thought might be available.
I love the play call there, being aggressive, but the play of the secondary of Garner, outstanding job, not biting on the fake by Wiegers there, looking like he was going to run the ball, instead throwing it, and they stayed disciplined in coverage.
2nd and 10. Tristan sends to the bottom of your screen, slot to the right. And Wiegers goes in motion, takes the pitch, had a little trouble bringing it in, and trying to turn the corner. He'll get a couple. Closing in on the 40-yard line. Boy, they like getting Wiegers out in space. 3rd and 8.
Cameron Heline, the offensive lineman there, did a nice job sealing his man, and then he kind of let loose. He got outside, but a good job not holding, not getting the penalty. That's why these teams only 3 penalties in the first half, because of disciplined play like that.
And that mist is gathering steam on this mid-November final Friday night to the regular season. 8 yards to go on 3rd down. Sowers out of the pistol. And he will roll left. Wiegers trying to pick up the pressure. And it's tossed toward the sideline and out of bounds into the Garner bench. And brings up 4th down. Now this will be a curious call for Robert Firth. Will you punt and play field position? Do you go for it at about the 41? Or do you take the 3-point lead and try to pin Garner back with their dangerous return guys? I think I'm punting.
Yeah, punting here in Holly Springs focuses so much on special teams. I was out of practice this week, and they spent a lot of time focusing on the kicking game, and the coaching staff knows how important it is against a great opponent. And they put in the work this week.
So Holly Springs will punt it away. Twin safeties are back for Garner, and this one is shanked. And this is going squarely to the right and takes a sideways bounce to the 35-yard line. That's going to be a 6-yard punt. Tough moment for Whitman. And Garner really out of jail as we take a look. Maybe the slippery football, maybe the breeze kicked up a bit, or maybe just a complete mishit.
Garner caught a break. Now we saw Holly Springs not able to take advantage of an opportunity. Garner, now with this field position, could have been way worse.
Yeah. Well, there's a look at McLean. Certainly he's trying to atone for a poor mistake in the last series. Handoff, Carrington gets rid of one and pushes out across the 40 to about the 42-yard line. Tim Inman, number 42, he has been everywhere in the middle of that linebacking core. Slowed him down.
Inman's so good. He's been physical. When you're playing a linebacker, you have to diagnose the offense, read your keys. He just always finds a way to the football.
Well, let's remind you what's at stake here for the Garner Trojans, as we remind you that the Miller Mott game-changing play of the game comes up in the fourth quarter tonight. 17-14 to Holly Springs. Handoff Alston, and Alston will be about a half-yard short. But Garner trailing by 3. The mistake by McLean as he was about to be sacked, rolled the ball forward for a fumble. Sudden change gave Holly Springs with the lead the football in Garner territory. They went for the trick play, came up empty, and then shanked a punt. So Garner, fortunate they're not down by 6 or maybe even 10 points. And the football back for the Trojans on 3rd and short. 4:43 to go in the 3rd. Alston again, breaking through, hopping past one and takes a vicious lick outside the 45-yard line. How does he get up? Shoulders, neck, head, 4:43 to go in the 3rd. On this punishing hit. But it's a first down for the Garner Trojans. And that hit came from Luca Hurst, number 3. It was painful for me to just watch. Blue Cross Blue Shield first down, pressure coming. This time he will hold on to the football, and it's Inman getting in there, firing in on the blitz. And that'll be a loss of about 11 yards. Big loss.
Yeah, Inman only a junior. We continuously call his name and run support, but also here coming up the middle on the blitz, just shoving his man out of the way. Inman refusing to be denied. One-on-one blocks do not work with him. You saw the power there.
Yeah, the officials actually marked that back at the 46-yard line to a loss of 7, even though McLean was driven back another 4 or 5 yards. Second down, 17-14, Holly Springs. They're showing pressure again. Toss, a reverse. Mitchell turns the right corner with a couple of blockers. His quarterback was out there as well. McLean just kind of interfere a little bit, but very well covered. Good discipline there by the Holly Springs defense.
So both coaching staffs have to be pleased with their defense. Trick plays on both sides. We'll see here with the ball reversing field. The big number 11 out here doing enough just to kind of shield his man. He's actually doing a nice job blocking. Then the ball carrier just ran to the outside and helped out the defender.
So a third down and very long for this prodigious passing offense for Garner. Need to reach the Holly Springs 38. 3rd and 17. McLean chasing. Screen, bobble. Alston has it, moving ahead. He's to the 45, gets tackled from behind, but that might benefit the Garner Trojans. He's very close to the first down. Carrington got tackled from behind, and they'll mark him about a yard short. 4th down.
If you're Garner here, you have to go for it. You've got a big, strong quarterback. Outstanding play call here. Patrick, the safeties playing deep, did not want to allow a play over their heads, and Garner coming through with a changeup, a little screen pass. Nice job getting yards after the catch by Carrington.
And Garner will go. The Garner Trojans have won double-digit games 6 of their last 8 years. They're 6-4 coming in. They're on the road, down by 3, and a timeout will be taken with 2:33 to go in the third quarter. Big fourth down moment for the Trojans when we return down by 3.
Miller Mott understands skills. Miller Mott understands goals. Our career-focused medical clinical assistant training makes it easier for you to reach your goals. Kick off your new career training today at Miller Mott College in Cary.
I'm at Saltwater Seafood, best seafood place in town. I'm telling you, the best service. The people here are excellent. They treat you like family, and they got the best fresh fish, and it's so good. And not only can you buy fresh fish, you get it fried in the shack. They fried it seasoned to a T. I come in here all the time. I don't ever go nowhere else but here. I'm telling you, best place in Raleigh. You hear me? You better come on down and get you some fish. I love it.
Come see us! Miller Mott understands passion. Miller Mott understands flexibility. We have the game plan for you to get the training you need for an exciting career in massage therapy. Kick off your new career education at Miller Mott College in Cary.
2:33 left third quarter. Garner trailing Holly Springs 17-14, but a screen pass to Davion Carrington on 3rd and 17 has given Garner a hope. And they come out of the huddle, 4th and a short 2, and they will reset the play clock and give the Trojans a chance to kind of reassemble. What are you looking for here on 4th and 2?
Well, the way they're lined up, Garner's bread and butter is the power. Stevenson lined up on the right side of the line of scrimmage. Henry in the backfield, the fullback. Look for the power here.
All right, Carrington, the eye back, under center McLean, 4th and 2, hard count McLean. And a play fake, they're throwing on 4th and 2. They want it all to the end zone, and it's in and out of the hands of Darius Bone. Incomplete. And Garner goes for broke. The perfect play call, the perfect pass, and the drop through the mist. Holly Springs still in the lead.
Well, I love aggressiveness by the play callers out on the field. Garner going for the big play in the passing game. They had it one-on-one coverage, just not able to convert.
Luca Hurst helped to maybe just get his fingertip maybe on that football. So Holly Springs will take over as a Golden Hawk is being attended to at the 40-yard line. Let's smile a bit as they tend to the injured player with the Lane & Associates Family Dentistry Smile Cam.
They're dressed warm out there. Misting, raining.
Well, there's a sigh of relief in that Lane & Associates Smile Cam as well. And relief as well as Zion Watson walking off the field under his own power. And meanwhile, we're trying to figure out what is being constructed past lane 8 of the track on the Garner side of the field toward the end zone. It looks like maybe a homecoming float that has been constructed from start to almost finish during this game. We'll put our best sources on it.
We'll give you updates.
Here we go.
The building continues.
Holly Springs football from the 39-yard line. Here's the sweep. Wiegers with big blockers ahead of him. Lost his footing a bit out near midfield, but picks up 10, maybe 11. That'll be a first down for Holly Springs.
Look at big number 78. Hunter Sauls coming through here. You got Wiegers following him. Look at this block, driving his men out of bounds. That, as an offensive lineman, is a perfect play when you're running down the field. Have momentum and finish it off, and Wiegers following the big tackle.
This is a scoreless third quarter. Holly Springs into Garner territory inside the 50. Blue Cross Blue Shield first down for the Golden Hawks. Tight formation, tight end left. Under center is Sowers. In motion, Dallas King, and a penalty marker comes through. A lot of activity, a lot of questions on that offense about what play is running and what the play count was. And we'll go to our friend Rich Milner, the referee. Now the Holly Springs sideline is pointing toward Garner. They think that Garner might have encroached. Only matters what this man decides, and he agrees.
Let's see here, pre-snap, there are about 4 or 5 guys that flinched, and that's Garner right there jumping.
Yeah, Then we saw the left guard move after Garner had invaded the line of scrimmage, the neutral zone. Mark it off to the 45-yard line. Sowers again under center. King in motion. Gets the end around. King has some offensive linemen ahead. Penalty marker is down as King takes it inside the 35. But this one appears like it may be coming back. There are actually two different markers down. One back around the line of scrimmage, and then another one a bit further down the field. Could be two different infractions.
Holding Holly Springs.
And evidently two of the officials saw the same infraction, holding against Holly Springs.
Let's see the hold here. Let's see where it is. Right there. Right there. It was easy for the officials to see.
That's Kyle Morgan, the tight end.
Trying to see. He did a good job blocking there, but just as he started to release, held on a little too long.
Well, that's a big one. That's a spot foul. It'll wind up being a 12-yard penalty. Still first down, though, for Holly Springs, but they're back outside the 50. 17 yards to go on first down. Play fake, scramble right. Sowers buying time. Down the sideline, juggled, and then maybe caught, but certainly out of bounds. Dallas King. There's a good-looking throw made by Sowers as another penalty flag has been thrown. A little juggle, tossed it right over the linebacker. Perfect spot, but King just could not look it in. And Holly Springs continuing to put the transmission in reverse.
See right there, again, another holding call. Caleb Atkins got beat by Cooley. I'll tell you, Cooley for Garner, he's had a great game, and not always making tackles, but creating havoc. And they're shooting into the backfield, caused a holding call.
1:25 left, third quarter. Well, the line to reach is the Garner 40-yard line. Remember, this series of downs started with an offside on Garner. It was 1st and 5 at the 45. And now Holly Springs has lost 27 yards to penalties in the last two plays. Bad news is it's 31 yards to go. Good news is it's still first down. And with 1:25 left, Holly Springs will call a timeout. 17-14, Holly Springs leading Garner. And as we get a look at Robert Firth, head coach for Holly Springs, he's in his 4th year. You don't want to let Garner off the hook because Garner made that big mistake with the quarterback, McLean, kind of handing the turnover over to Holly Springs on a sack. You didn't convert. You get possession at the 50. After a big run, the penalty moves you closer and closer. Now back-to-back penalties. Yeah. Garner's a team that knows how to win these games.
You're right. Garner has had some errors, but Holly Springs, with them not being able to take advantage, you're kind of letting that giant kind of stay in this game and still stay within striking distance. And if you don't take advantage of those opportunities, it's a situation where you don't want to look back and say, hey, listen, we had them where we wanted to. We just didn't make the play.
So on the timeout, mist still blowing left to right. It is first down and 33. Sowers dumps it over the middle. This is Combs on the screen across the 40 and slides to about the 43-yard line. Nice pickup of 16 yards, but that's only about half of the yardage that they need here to continue this drive.
Combs only 10 catches on the season. Nice little screen set up here. Been quiet in the second half. Garner's defense now playing back on that long down and distance. There they came up and made a nice tackle to bring them down.
So it is second down and 16 for Holly Springs. Final 45 seconds of the third quarter. And the end around again. They get it into Uyghur's hands. Reverses field back in the middle. A big block nearby, but a loss of about 6 yards for Uyghurs. And they've been determined to get him the ball already in 5th gear. He has the speed to be a game breaker, but Garner has held him up a couple of times, especially Carrington.
Carrington and then Cooley, they're just forcing him back inside. And Coach Leach talked to Aaron about tackling at the half. She was making those comments about Coach Leach wasn't impressed with this team's defensive tackling in the first half. Well, he has to be very happy with their ability to set the edge and really force these Hawks runners down, doing a much improved job.
Well, it'll be a 3rd and 22 for Holly Springs when we come back. They still have a halftime lead of 3. They are 12 minutes away from their first ever conference championship. 17-14, Holly Springs leading Garner. Friday night rivals game of the week.
The biggest comedy stars.
In Judaism, what day is considered a day of rest?
Christmas.
Packed with non-stop laughs.
Which of the following fashion terms means to fool the eye?
Spanx.
Big money's at stake and the jokes never end.
What product's famous ad featured someone saying, "Help, I've fallen and I can't get up"?
Jack Daniels.
Funny you should ask.
Tonight at 10 on My RDC.
Your vehicle search ends here. Hendrick Chevrolet in Cary has North Carolina's largest selection of new Chevys, plus up to $15,000 off MSRP. Find new roads at HendrickChevrolet.com. That's the power of Hendrick.
It hasn't always been easy, has it? There have been days when you doubted yourself, and days when you were ready to quit, but you didn't. Because you had the courage to venture into something powerful. Education. If I leave you with just 3 words of advice, never stop growing.
It doesn't matter how you do it, just 86 it.
Your vehicle search ends here. Hendrick Chevrolet in Cary has North Carolina's largest selection of new Chevys, plus up to $15,000 off MSRP. Find new roads at HendrickChevrolet.com. That's the power of Hendrick.
Fourth quarter about to begin from Holly Springs High School. It is the final regular season Friday night rivals. 17-14, Holly Springs with the lead. It's 3rd and 22 for Holly Springs. Sowers looking to go deep. Has a man wide open if he can get a football there. Steps into the throw. There it goes. The defender is now back and breaks it up. Incomplete. 4th down. And Quentin Fowler, number 5, let back on the island there because the man targeted on this pass had 15 yards away from the nearest defender for about 10 seconds. But Uyghurs couldn't get the ball to him soon enough.
A missed opportunity in Holly Springs. A busted coverage by Garner in the secondary. Uyghurs was running wide open. Just weren't able to execute and connect there.
And the last time we saw Whitman, 6-yard punt. Into a little bit of mist. High snap. He one-hands it. Pressure coming. And he got it away. It is another short one, but it's more effective. Actually checks up and bounces back to the 45-yard line. 17-14. Garner trailing. The Trojans score the first points of the game. That has been their only lead tonight. On a 15-yard hookup from McLean to Stevenson. We've seen some big plays, most of which came in the opening half. Defenses have really locked down in the 3rd quarter. The opportunities, though, in the second half have almost all belonged to Holly Springs, and they may rue the day that they didn't put any points on the board in these last couple of possessions.
Garner has to feel very fortunate to have the ball here with great field position, only down by 3, and things not really going their way. You know, they can get a couple big plays going. They can change some of the momentum.
All right, watch Carrington the eye in the backfield. First down from the 42. And this is Carrington, little stutter step move, cuts it back to the 45, and then driven back by the Holly Springs defensive line. And again, Tim Inman, number 42 there. Donald Rogers, who had the fumble recovery earlier in this second half, also assisted.
This is such a strong, powerful Garner running attack, and the first half kind of bottled up. They love to use the tight end, fullback in motion, really help out their array of different running backs they use. They want to wear down the defense, especially here in the fourth quarter. That's their goal.
Yeah, Spencer Stevenson, number 4 to the tight end, lines up now, split off. He's the slot to the bottom of your screen. And McLean will operate out of the gun on 2nd and 8. Light pressure over the middle, looking for Stevenson, but early contact made. This will be pass interference across the middle on Holly Springs. And it was Luca Hurst, who's been a very physical player in this game defensively for Holly Springs. Got there a little bit too soon.
Another bust in coverage here, and Stevenson got absolutely drilled. And Hurst going up high here. Easy call for the referees to make. Another flag coming down, but Stevenson had plenty of room there in the middle. Surprised Holly Springs didn't try to jam him or at least have a linebacker kind of bracket him in the middle of the field.
Well, now Rich Milder, the referee, and his crew are trying to figure out exactly where to mark this one off. They take it back to the original line of scrimmage, and now we'll mark off the penalty. It'll be a 15-yard assessment against the Holly Springs defense. Blue Cross Blue Shield, first down for Garner, trailing 17-14. Team started 2-3 this year, 4 straight wins before losing to Middle Creek earlier this week on Monday. They may be tired physically, they may be tired mentally, but they are not tired of winning the SWAC. They can claim a 3-way share with a win. McLean pump fake, initial receiver wasn't there, and he'll throw it deep and into the end zone, incomplete, looking for Horton. Don't mind the play call there. We've seen it from both teams. Holly Springs in the 3rd quarter, Garner in the 4th in plus territory on first down after a big play, and they go for the long ball and come up short.
I like how they're being aggressive again, but the Holly Springs defense, this week in preparation, you look at the strength of the Garner offense. It's McLean and his arm strength. The safeties playing deep, not allowing the Garner wide receivers to get past them. Doing a good job of double coverage there.
2nd and 10, handoff right up the middle, and very little there for Garner. Will bring up 3rd down and long. Alston for a cup, maybe a yard. Brings up 3rd down now with 10:15 and counting in this final quarter. Inside the Holly Springs 40, you have to think this is probably 4-down territory unless there's a play for a loss or a penalty that backs Garner up. And they will put McLean under center. Receivers left and right. 3rd and a long 8. Looking to the sideline. Mitchell had it, and Mitchell dropped it. Incomplete pass, 4th down. I think Mitchell was thinking about bringing it in quickly and making a quick turn to get away from the defender marking him. And now 4th down decision for Garner.
Chase Honeycutt here with the hit. Good job. If you can't get to the ball, at least be physical. Try to dislodge it. Now this defense here. Again, 4th and long. The safeties have to play back. It's going to be the front 7 here for Holly Springs. It has to get pressure on McLean.
And McLean stays on the field. 4th down for Garner. Trailing 17-14. 9:50 left in the 4th. And we'll see what kind of formation that Thurman Leach comes up with. They'll redeploy Henry. There's a wing left. Under center McLean fakes the pitch. Pressure coming. And he's sacked back outside the 45. Holly Springs turns it over on downs defensively. Inman and Matt Salkeld were there. They came with backside pressure on McLean. And they're playing like a team that wants a conference title. 9:44 left in the 4th. Holly Springs ball up 3 when we come back.
Miller Mott understands motivation. Miller Mott understands goals. Our dental assisting program makes it easier for you to start doing what you love. Kick off your new career education today at Miller Mott College in Raleigh.
Give us your longest day, and we'll give you a great night's sleep. Because during the Rooms to Go holiday sale, the all-new Tempur-Pedic mattresses are in stock with an incredible finance offer. Your best night's sleep starts with payments of $25 a month for a queen Tempur-Pedic mattress with 88 months interest-free financing. So hurry in now and buy one of the new Tempur-Pedic mattresses for as low as $25 a month with 88-month interest-free financing. Only for a limited time at Rooms to Go.
Miller Mott understands support. Miller Mott understands success. Our veterinary technology program gives you the support and education you need to become a veterinary technician. Kick off your new career training today at Miller Mott College in Raleigh.
Well, there's a lot of celebrating on that Golden Hawks sideline with senior Matt Salkeld. He's been part of this program in the down years. Last year, they went only 2-9. Big collaboration sack on 4th down. And Holly Springs has the football up by 3. Still early stages of this 4th quarter. And there goes Combs breaking away down the seam. He's to the 20. Combs takes it in. 54 yards. Hawks go up 2 scores. And their first conference championship inching ever closer.
And Combs, he's got a special talent, and it is his speed. This is a player, only a sophomore. He's going to have a great career and opportunities at the next level. Look at him just take off here. The Garner defense not anywhere close to catch up, and Holly Springs trying to win the conference title here in the 4th quarter, taking over on the ground.
Extra point by Edwards is good. Well, midway through the first quarter, we saw Combs almost untouched from 65 take it in. This one a mere 54 yards, but is that the momentum kick in the backside that Holly Springs really needed? Because they've been playing with fire with Garner here in that 3rd quarter. And Combs, again, once he breaks through, got through another high tackle. And we saw it in the first half. Nobody in that Garner secondary can catch him.
And Peyton Baum, number 77, with a nice block up front. And this is the momentum shift, the spark they needed, giving the ball to their best player on offense, having trust that he come through there. And it was a lot of second effort there. He initially got hit behind the line of scrimmage, just fought, kind of swerved off towards the right, and then went off to the races.
Well, let's put this in the right perspective here. It's homecoming for Holly Springs. The doors of this school opened in 2006, so they don't have a whole lot of graduating classes and alums to come back. But for this football team to potentially win its first ever conference championship after being moved into the SWAC a couple of years ago, I mean, this is a night of legendary status, as another short kick is covered up at the 35-yard line by Garner. To put it in the right kind of context, the first year of football for Holly Springs was in 2007. What was their record? 0-11. They then went 2-9, had a winning season in 2009, and then 3 straight years, 2 wins, 4 wins, and then even just 2 wins last year. This is a team that has only gone to the playoffs a couple of times, has not won a playoff game, and a chance to go 5-0 inside the SWAC conference and prove to itself that it can beat the Garner Trojans, who have been the kingpin in the triangle for the last 25, 30 years. Garner down by 10. Still plenty of time for the Trojans to come back, but this will test their championship medal. Henry on the reception for about 6 yards.
You know, Patrick, it says a lot about these seniors and this team for a program that's still in the process of being built and getting better, that doesn't have a track record. And I've been on teams where you don't really have anything to go on from the previous year or past year's success, and it really starts with an upstart team, a team that's close, that has belief. You have to have talent, but you have to execute and be disciplined. It's so important. This Holly Springs team has had a great year, looking to do bigger and better things.
2nd and 5, McLean looking for Mitchell and threw it too high, and then Mitchell almost carried on the back of a defender inside the 35-yard line. He almost wore a helmet to the rib cage. 3rd down for Garner.
The safeties for Holly Springs, Joey Annetta and also Luca Hurst, both playing deep. A lot of responsibility on their shoulders tonight with the arm strength of McLean, and they're staying in coverage.
And meanwhile, front side of that play, a holding against Garner. That will back Garner up. It will remain 2nd down, however. But now the Trojans are being tested. 12 wins in 2016, 13 in 2014, 10 in Thurman Leach's first year. And the final 3 years before Leach came here, 14 and 15 wins and some appearances in the regional finals. Well covered again here by Holly Springs. They have to feel like defensively, as well as they played in this second half, facing the adversity that they've seen, they just have to keep the Garner Trojans in front of them right now. And Garner might have this possession, maybe 2 more. They need 2 scores.
And that's what it is. If you're on defense, do not give up anything over your shoulder, and also keep everything in front of you and make the initial tackle, hustle, and make Garner use this clock.
21 yards to fetch on 3rd down. A short pass. Carrington tries to split 2 defenders and can't get through. He's to the 37. That'll be about 8, maybe 9 yards short of a first down. And here on Garner's side of the field, I don't know if it's late enough in the game, even though you're down by 10, to risk going forward on 4th down.
Yeah, I think you have to play careful here, because if you don't get, you're giving the ball to Holly Springs with excellent field position. You have to trust that your special teams can take over here, and Holly Springs not keeping a returner back.
And Garner will punt it away. Wet football is dropped, but then recovered, and then is simply sent off of the foot to Bondurant. And boy, is that good fortune for the Garner Trojans. That could have been an absolute disaster. But it's down to the 40-yard line. Somehow that winds up being a 24-yard kick by Bondurant on a snap that he drops.
Just squirted out there. Boy, he was lucky to get that off.
That's why Mike Stone of Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of the Golden Hawks.
So with 7:23 remaining, Holly Springs has the football and a 10-point lead.
Edward Jones.
And now this is where you rely on your seniors, especially your quarterback, Bo Sowers. Mistake-free football, move the chains, and take some of these 7 final minutes in this 4th quarter off the clock. And here is Combs digging through again off the right side. He's never gone down in that first hit. He's out close to midfield.
And Caleb Atkins, Hunter Sauls on this right side of the line of scrimmage, getting push. And then once you get the momentum of Combs, just running through these arm tackles. Very positive play on 1st down. The key here for Holly Springs, protect the football. Do not turn it over. If you feel like Garner's going after you, it doesn't matter if you get an extra yard. Get to the ground. Do not give Garner a turnover opportunity.
2 turnovers in the game for Holly Springs. 2nd and short near midfield. Uyghurs in motion. And a very careful handoff. Combs holds on to it, is thrown forward to about the 41-yard line. That will stop the clock at 6:34, but it will advance the chains, and a Blue Cross Blue Shield first down for Holly Springs.
Kyle Morgan leading the way. Sauls as well pulling this offensive line. Once you kind of get into rhythm, these are just basic power plays, counter plays they're running. They're executing at a high level, running downhill. And we talked about Garner playing Monday night. Will this defense get tired? Holly Springs is hoping so with their running attack.
Boy, Golden Hawks can really put this game in the vice. 1st and 10 from the 41. Combs again, darts to right, and is tackled around the 37.
Combs again on the play, brought down by number 17, Terrell Chance.
And we were talking with Thurman Leach, Garner, 6th-year head football coach, before the game, and he was saying because Middle Creek has already finished its year, Middle Creek stands 4-1 inside the SWAC conference. Holly Springs 4-0, Garner 3-1. So if Garner came here and won, all 3 would wind up 4-1. Normally a tiebreaker of picking lots out of a hat would be about 9th or 10th on the criteria list, but for whatever reason it's first. It's not head-to-head, it's not point differential, it's pulling names of schools out of a hat as Combs breaks through and is tripped up inside the 25-yard line. So had Garner won tonight, and it's still possible, but if Garner wins, all 3 ADs are here, and they would have had literally a drawing out of a hat to determine which team is the 1st seed, 2nd seed, 3rd seed out of this conference, and how that then pertains to playoff seeding. And a player is down, 5:26 to go, but Holly Springs beginning to walk toward the doorbell of the SWAC conference title, up by 10.
Saltwater Seafood has the freshest seafood in town and the best customer service.
Saltwater has the freshest seafood in town and the best staff.
Saltwater gets their fish fresh every morning.
Hey, Dante.
Check out the catch of the day at saltwaterseafoodnc.com and join our mailing list for weekly specials. Our fresh fish come daily from the North Carolina coast, and we're open every day but Monday.
I love their fresh fish right here at Saltwater.
We develop quality citizens who keep our core, our country, and our communities side by side on the winning side. Not for glory, but for honor. For a code that isn't written or spoken, but lived. It's what we do. It's who we are. It's the battle cry of our fighting spirit. Battles won. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
Well, there's one of the key seniors that has reset this Holly Springs program. Austin Wiegers helped off and now walking under his own power off of what looked to be a really gruesome, potentially, injury for number 2. We'll take a look at it later here, Jay.
See, his leg just got rolled up. It's so dangerous when you can't see guys falling behind you. That's Carrington that fell into the back of his leg. So good to see him walk off the field.
Boy, and it doesn't look like he's in too much pain facially anyway. We'll see if he returns. Drive continues for Holly Springs. Clock running at 5:19. And first down from the 24. And in the backfield, a drop for a loss.
To give to Dallas King, number 23, Donovan Brown, first one, 2.
Loss of a couple of yards.
By number 9, Tyler
The penetration did not allow Holly Springs to set up their blocks. A good job just blowing things up now. Second and long situation. This Garner defense, we talked about turnovers. Obviously, you need to strip the ball here, but the number one key is do not give up a big play.
One for Garner. They're like salmon trying to swim upstream. They're 10 points down, clock running. They're defending deep in their own territory, and they only have 2 timeouts left. A lot of things will have to go perfect for Garner. And a carry inside the 25-yard line again by the senior Dallas King. And that brings up third down. And now if you're the Garner Trojans, are those timeouts valuable to stop the clock here, knowing you still need the football twice?
Yeah, and in this situation, I would call a timeout just to at least give your team an opportunity, but they're going to save it here. But the thing is, you got to get off the field here. You have to get off the field. And then give the ball back to your offense. You cannot allow some points on this drive.
So it's 3rd and 10, and we are now submarining below 4 minutes left before Holly Springs' first ever conference championship. Sowers. Blitz picked up on the backside, but not on the front side, and he's run over back outside the 35-yard line. And is blowing right through is Keaton Cooley, number 88. And that's a big loss. 4th down, but the clock, Jay, is still rolling.
Cooley's been so good all night. The senior defensive lineman, again, blowing up the play. And you're right there, this clock dwindling down. Garner has to use a timeout. They've got to stop the clock.
And look who's coming back on the field in this 4th and long for Holly Springs. Austin Wiegers, who just had that leg roll up on a couple of plays ago. Looked like it might be a terrible injury. But he's back now explaining to his teammates, and hey, Dallas, this is what happened. I kind of got sideswiped, but I'm good. I need to be out here for this championship. And now a timeout is taken by Holly Springs. 3 minutes, 5 seconds left. It's a 4th down and about 22 for Holly Springs on the other side of this timeout. So Garner's made his decision. We're holding on to our 2 timeouts because we need them for whatever happens over these final 3 minutes of this game, a couple of scores down. And let's go to our Miller Mott College game-changing play of the game. And here it is. And yes, we figured it would be Combs in one form or fashion. This is the last touchdown run by Derek Combs from 54 yards out to give Holly Springs a 10-point lead.
He's got track speed, but the fight there, he got hit in the backfield. Again, refusing to go down. And those big plays he's had tonight, it's come after contact, running through arm tackles. Only a sophomore. Is so impressed with his ability.
What a bright future he has. So that is tonight's Miller Mott College play of the game. Miller Mott Changing futures, changing lives. Kick off your new career with Miller Mods. Well, this is a 4th down moment for Holly Springs, but again, play smart here. And we may see, I mean, who knows what we could see here. We could see a quarterback drop back and punt the football away. I can't imagine we'd see anything through the air as we get a timeout taken. And who took this timeout? Did Garner take the timeout? Garner has taken a timeout for an inexplicable reason. Out of a timeout by Holly Springs. They had 2. They now have 1. And that's awful time management right there. You need those timeouts.
A missed opportunity. And you're saving those timeouts to be prepared for your next couple drives coming up, or if you have to stop the clock. And there, the clock was already stopped.
Wow. What a bonus that'll be, and how much harder it will now be for Garner, even if they get this stop on 4th down. But a timeout taken, so Garner with only 1 precious way to stop the clock the rest of the way. Down by 10. Well, it hasn't been a perfect year for Thurman Leach. And who knows how much longer he'll be manning the sidelines for Garner. He's 52 years old, out of Fuquay Varina High School, played his college ball at Gardner-Webb. Still teaches driver's ed, and we were talking to him before the game. He said, I know time's getting short for me on this Garner staff now that I'm teaching sons of people I taught to drive 16, 18 years ago. He's been with the program since 1990. A pitch on 4th down, and Holly Springs Dallas King cut down about the 29-yard line. So a changeover. Garner will take over. 2:58 left. Only 1 timeout. And Jay, they are down by 10.
But the thing they have is Noel McLean, his arm strength and ability to drive the ball down the field. Now Garner's going to have to play up tempo here, keep a pace to themselves. The thing that Holly Springs has done so well all night is their safeties have played deep. They haven't given up that big explosive play where you see a wide receiver run by them. Yep. They haven't done it. Now they're going to have to do it here at the most crucial point of the game, but also the front 7 has to make McLean uncomfortable because they know he's going to throw the ball here.
Well, look how far back Luca Hurst, the free safety, is. He's 21 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Pass is broken up on the left side. Incomplete. 2nd down. A little glancing blow. And Lazaris McKinney, number 16, who stuck that hand out to break up the pass. Took some shrapnel. He's down.
John Anthony Johnson.
Well, here going against Stevenson, coming on the crossing route. It's been physical play all night tonight. See him just kind of jump in there. Stevenson got hit as well. We'll see him run off the field.
Last is the injured player.
And there's the McKinney hopping off, favoring that left leg. 2nd and 10 for Garner. 2:52 to play. 24-14 Holly Springs. Well, as far as McLean can throw the football, they could score awfully fast here. And he has a lot of weapons with his wide receivers. 4 littered across the field on 2nd and 10. McLean. Clean pocket, dumps it off. Mitchell, a juggle and a drop. We've seen that a couple of times from Jackson Mitchell tonight. He had a lot of space, too, to his left and out in front of him.
Well, and I think with the way Holly Springs is playing right now, you don't necessarily have to throw it deep. Just throw the ball underneath. Let your wide receivers, your backs do the rest. Just not able to connect here. That ball being slippery. Sometimes you look up. You're trying to get yards after the catch. You look up a little bit. Don't focus all the way into your hands. Missed opportunity.
That's a pretty good throw by McLean. 3rd down and 10. 2:46 left. Out of the gun, 5-man rush across the middle. Carrington the reception. Big room for Carrington. Spins away and gets into Holly Springs territory. Luca Hurst brought him down to the 49-yard line. That'll be a 22-yard pickup.
Now, this is the guy Garner's got to get the ball to. Stevenson down deep on these short passing plays. Carrington, he can change the field position very quickly with his speed, his agility there. Nice job, yards after contact.
Clock continues to run now. 2.5 to go. McLean to the sideline. It's off the fingertips of Stevenson. Incomplete. Clock stops at 2:28.
You see colleges after McLean, baseball, football, and it's because of throws like that, even though that wasn't completed. I mean, that was a perfect throw over the shoulder, a tough throw with pressure coming on you. he needled it in there over top of the coverage.
And the frustrating part for Stevenson and Garner is we've seen him go up in traffic and on the sideline tonight 3 different times, making very high difficulty catches. But a simple drop there, 2nd and 10. McLean, offensive line holds up, throws it over the middle, and this one too is dropped. Akeem Vaughn couldn't lasso that one in. McLean's doing his job. Receivers and backs are not.
They're running crossing routes here, trying to confuse the coverage. That ball, if it hits the hands, you got to bring it down, especially here in a critical moment in the 4th quarter.
So now 3rd and 10. Down by 10. Football inside the 50 for the Garner Trojans. And now we get a stoppage and a timeout taken by Holly Springs. And that will be the Golden Hawks' final timeout. 2 minutes and 22 seconds to play as Robert Firth, in his 4th year at Holly Springs, wants to make sure that his defense knows how to defend, because the underneath routes have been there for Garner. Simply, McLean's tosses have been dropped. It's cost them dearly.
I think if you're Garner, you still have to go back to those, even though the guys haven't capitalized and converted. That's what this defense is giving you right now. They're playing deep. Everybody's dropping into coverage. The crossing routes are there. Garner's going to have to take it. They just have to execute.
Robert Firth right in the middle of that screen, hired in May of 2015 when he replaced Wayne Bragg. He was an assistant under Bragg here at Holly Springs, but now in his 4th year as a head coach and as a former NC State cornerback, he knows all about how to defend in these type of situations, especially a lot of those underneath routes. Wants to impart a little more information and knowledge to his linebackers in secondary. 24-14, Holly Springs. 2 minutes and 22 seconds away from a first ever conference championship. McLean across the middle, and there's Stevenson, brings in a tough catch. First down yardage to the 36. That's a pickup of 13. Stops the clock at 2:14.
And a clutch catch by Stevenson, knowing he's going to get hit, knowing he's going to get contact. And look at him focusing on that ball. 2 Hawks coming over to drill him and still able to bring it down.
New set of downs. McLean, 3-man rush. They drop 8. Lobs a dangerous pass. It's intercepted by Derek Combs. And there goes Combs down the right sideline, carrying the conference trophy with him. Tackled at the 33-yard line. He's done it all. And he's led Holly Springs to its first ever conference championship. Touchdown runs of 65 and 54. And now in as the nickel intercepts the floater from McLean. And Holly Springs, what a homecoming to remember this night will be.
Combs drove on that ball, and McLean was having to take some chances there. Got some pressure falling into his lap and just put the ball up for Stevenson just a little bit too deep. And then Combs, again, he's been outstanding all night long, stepping up at a big moment.
And the Garner Trojans can stop the clock only one more time. First down from the 35. And Dallas King spins his way back to the line of scrimmage. And will Garner use its final timeout? Not yet. But it's really moot for Thurman Leach. And now it looks like he was about to signal for that last timeout. So Garner ostensibly will take that timeout now. Well, Thurman Leach has been around this Garner program for almost 3 decades. He has seen the historic moments for the Trojans. He has seen some excellent teams, a state championship 3 years before he came to Garner in 1990. But some deep runs in the postseason. They hope for another one now. This may not be as talented. It may not be quite as good as what the Triangle is used to seeing out of the Garner Trojans. But they're going to get out of this regular season 6-5, and you know that's not going to lead to a really smooth road in the first couple of rounds of the postseason.
Yeah, it's the seeding is so important. With their 6-5 record, looks like they're going to have, it's going to be a little bit tougher. But they do have pieces. They have talent. They have experience. They've got a veteran coaching staff. And this has been a tough week for them, coming off that game Monday night. Then a quick turnaround here on the road. It's a highly motivated team, and Garner came in, and they played well in spurts. It's just when big plays happen, seem to always happen for Holly Springs tonight.
And for Holly Springs, here's their run through the SWAC. Beat Apex 54-0. Beat Apex Friendship the next week 24-0. Middle Creek, tightest game they played in conference play, 21-14. Last week, a tight game against Fuquay Arena, 16-7. And they now lead Garner by 10 inside the final 90 seconds. They will have absolutely earned this. It will pick up win number 7. Again, a team that was 2-9 a year ago. And now they're about to win their first ever conference championship. Again, they were reconfigured into the SWAC conference a couple of years ago from the Tri-9. And this conference, the SWAC, it's where the big boys live.
Yeah, it's a great conference in Holly Springs. The players talked about the difference between last year and this year, and they mentioned the camaraderie of this team, how close they are. As they've had success this season, they've only grown closer.
And it may take just one more snap for the moment of a lifetime for the Holly Springs Golden Hawks. 24-14, Holly Springs leading Garner. And one last handoff. King stood up around the 35, and the play clock will start. The game clock is beneath it. And the celebration for the first time for the Holly Springs Golden Hawks led to their first conference championship in school history. And it took a win over the Paragon Garner Trojans, and now a water bath by the Golden Hawks players to Robert Firth. He wears the ice water as his team wears the championship for the first time in school history.
Well, it's such a huge accomplishment. And all your goals going into the season, every team wants to win the conference first and then come away with a huge victory against Garner here at home. The way they played tonight, the momentum they have going into the playoffs, Patrick. But to win this conference title means so much to the players. You can just see the emotion out on the field.
5 straight wins to wrap up the regular season, all conference wins. Congratulations to the Holly Springs Golden Hawks. They are the first-time kings of the SWAC, beating Garner 24-14. We're coming back to wrap things up from Holly Springs after this.
I'm a student athlete, which means I'm still learning.
I'm still growing.
I'm getting important lessons about perseverance, teamwork,
determination, respect, and dedication through playing sports at my school.
Mom, Dad, Coach. In a few years,
I'll probably forget a lot of the details, but I won't forget the lessons I learned.
From the way you act towards my teammates,
coaches, referees, and other fans.
What kind of lesson do you want me to learn? I'm watching.
Sportsmanship, together we make the right call.
This message has been brought to you by the North Carolina High School Athletic Association.
Miller Mott understands skills. Miller Mott understands goals. Our career-focused medical clinical assistant training makes it easier for you to reach your goals. Kick off your new career training today at Miller Mott College in Cary.
Plastic bottles in North Carolina are creating jobs in our communities. They are separated, sorted, and packaged by your neighbors. Bottles are ground into small pieces called flake by your friends. The flake is clean and melted into pellets, then transformed into socks, your favorite shirt, the carpeting in your car, as well as other bottles. When you recycle plastic bottles here in the Carolinas, you're providing employment for an estimated 3,500 people. When you recycle your plastic bottles, you're making a positive impact on your community. Your bottle means jobs.
At AT&T, we believe in access, the opportunity for everyone to explore a digital world full of possibilities, connecting with family, friends, and the things that matter most. And because nothing keeps us more connected than the internet, we've created Access from AT&T. If a member of your household is a SNAP participant, you may qualify for home internet at a discounted rate of $10 a month. No commitment, deposit, or installation fee. Visit att.com/access now to learn more.
Miller Mott understands passion. Miller Mott understands flexibility. We have the game plan for you to get the training you need for an exciting career in massage therapy. Kick off your new career education at Miller Mott College in Cary.
It It is time to build a football trophy case for the Holly Springs Golden Hawks. 24-14 victory over Garner, and they are the outright undefeated champs of the SWAC. Let's go downstairs. Aaron Summers is with the fourth-year head coach Robert Firth and company. Aaron?
Coach Firth, there was 2 long touchdown runs, a 64 and a 54 by Derek Combs, as well as an interception. How huge was his effort tonight?
Oh, unbelievable. He's been unbelievable for us all year. He came through when we needed him. He's our MVP right now, and I can't say enough about his effort.
Yeah, Derek. Last year, you didn't have any wins in the conference. This year, undefeated in the SWAC and a regular season championship. What is it about this team that led to a complete turnaround?
This is one of the closest teams I've ever been around. They bought in 12 months ago, and I can't say how proud I am of this team and how they stuck together, even when we were 500 football team from last to first. So.
Here's your Friday Night Rivals trophy.
Thank you.
Hey, wait, what? Post that, babe. Put that in the air.
Not only the conference championship, not only the Friday Night Rivals trophy, but a conference championship and now the first ever home playoff game for Holly Springs. Jade, that emotion signifies everything.
And they deserve it. They deserve to celebrate the turnaround, the work that they put in to make this happen. So many special players down there. A huge game tonight. They executed. They made it happen to do it here on your home field. Now, they still have work to do in the playoffs. They want more. But it's such a huge accomplishment, and just the joy they have. You have to feel happy for them that they accomplished their goal.
Yeah, the 23 seniors went winless last year, and they lead the championship. But there's the cornerstone of their future, number 6, the sophomore, Derek Combs. 24-14, the final score. Holly Springs runs the table in the SWAC. Well, all of us would like to take a moment to thank the wonderful folks at Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, My Computer Career, Oxner Pirmar, and Hendrick Chevrolet, who make all of these games possible for all of our great viewers. We'd also like to thank our other great supporters for their contributions to our Friday Night Rivals telecast. Wake 86 at Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Carolina, the U.S. Marines, Willamette College, Auto Park Honda, and Saltwater Seafood. And we'd especially like to thank tonight's participating high schools and their administrators for all their great support. We'll see you back here for one more game. It'll be postseason playoff time on November 30th. Again, the final score, Holly Springs 24, Garner 14. For Aaron Summers, Jay Sohnhalter, Evan Badler, everybody in our wonderful Friday Night Rivals truck outside, Patrick Keenis from Holly Springs saying goodnight, where the Holly Springs Golden Hawks have their first conference title. See you in the playoffs. Good night from Holly Springs.